Hello everybody, it's Zemi48 here and welcome to some ScapeCon 5 gameplay. We start with three-headed Hydra. Before we get into the actual game commentary, I wanted to give a big shout out to Samuel Frost and Big Bullfrog. Samuel Frost created the whole layout and camera setup for ScapeCon 5 this year, making the layout that you see on your screen right now, showing Player 1 and Player 2, which will be getting edited throughout the game by Biga, who is doing the main commentary. There were sometimes guests that would join him along with him, but he was commentating all the games. Samuel Frost also built the dice bowls that green screen over the screen to show the dice results without having to cut away from any of the action, which is a great feature and worked incredibly well this year. This is the three-headed Hydra tournament, so obviously only one of the three games in the team matchup can be shown on stream. Fortunately, that's just how that one's going to work. This is the stream where Biga was getting a lot of the settings figured out, so especially in this first game, there will be some tinkering going on, I believe, with the mic, with his setup, and with him figuring out the overlay. It is all basically set in stone and fixed. Any glitches that you see right now were fixed throughout, I believe, this game, and were fixed for the rest of the convention. So hopefully you can get through the first game where everything's getting sorted out. In future videos, these should not be issues. But to get into this specific game, on your left we do have Sir Heroscape, and on your right we do have Board Hero. And they were on teams. Sir Heroscape was on a team with 96 Z-Train and ijustworkhere. Board Hero is on a team with OG Blaha and Justinhaze. And on your left is Sir Heroscape, the captain of his team, with 6 times Marro dividers and Krav Maga agents. On your right is Board Hero with 4 times Goblin cutters, Major Q10, and Tarn Viking warriors. I did mute the first couple of minutes into this game because it was when Biga was doing most of his work on the microphone, so there's no commentary going on in this first couple of minutes, but his commentary will pick up when he gets more into it.
Okay, they're gonna roll some dice here though, so let's see how this goes. We'll be able to see some d20 and some combat dice rolls. Let's put in the other one too so I can hear better. And maybe I can mess with the mic properties. Filters. Yeah, I think this is okay actually. Okay, so I want to mess with these windows. Hey, Bodacious Blood, this is three-headed Hydra, that is correct, and I apologize for the glitching. I don't know how to fix that. And also I am listening to my own voice right now to check audio levels, so that is why I get distracted because I'm talking and then my voice starts talking to me and I'm like, oh, I gotta be quiet and listen to myself. But the mic levels are working okay, right? Okay, huh. Those D20s are looking a little bit weird. Okay, I'll see if I can... Hey, sweet, thanks for letting me know about the audio levels, guys. I didn't realize we had so many people in here. Yeah, right? I do actually, I kind of like the balance, so this is working out okay right now. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I am going to run over to the table to try to mess with a couple things. I'm not really doing commentary right now. I'm more messing with the settings, so it's okay. You won't be missing too much. But I shall be right back. Okay, we're back. Hanging out a little bit more. Sorry, the thing I was looking at over there was just to see how the D20s show up, because there's some weird angles going on if the dice get too far over on the cameras. So, but maybe here with some attacks, maybe I can show you guys another cool trick, which would be fun. Okay, one skull, one shield, okay, D20. Oh, those D20s are on the wrong side. Oh, interesting. Or not the D20s, the dice. Hang on. Okay, let me make sure I do not break stuff when I fix this, but we're going to need to put this onto a different side here.
Stream up?
Stream is test stream, basically. I'm messing with quality stuff, but it is streaming. Nope, that's not good. Hang on. Dice. No, dice. Okay, hang on. So I'm gonna have to do. 2 dice. Okay, so those dice should be showing up on the right side now, I believe. Oh wait, what? I put in Goblin Cutters twice for board hero? Whoops, that's a whoopsie. And not realize I'd done that. Let me fix that real quick. Major Q10 is who we want. Copy. There we go. That update's quick. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, and I'm waiting for something to die. Oh, let's see, 2 cutters have died. Alright, let me show you guys a cool thing here. Ready? Hang on. Alright, 2 cutters dead. So if I do this, boom. Now watch it update. Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm waiting for it because I'm looking at the delay. Hang on, do I need to do that? There we go. Okay, now that should be going through. Boom! It cuts it down to 14 cutters remaining. Woo! So what I'm going to need to do, as I'm looking at this, so let's see, hang on, where's my pen? Because I'm making a list of issues. And actually, so if you're in the chat watching this and you see things that I could fix, like especially in or like as we're going into other games, like things where you're like, hey, this looks weird, let me know. I'm making a list so that our real tech person can take a closer look at them. So, number 1, cards need to be on the far side. I can fix that. Cards on far side. So that we can get rid of that glare that Sir Heroscape has right now. Oh yeah, I also need to see if I can change player names. It's not letting me change player names right now. Oh, it like totally stopped glitching. I did not notice that. Thank you, right guy. Oh, no, I'm seeing some glitching there. Yeah, I wish it had disappeared, but it's still going. Yeah. Yeah, sorry if that. I'm not responsible for any seizures that are had while watching the glitching. Yes, add that to the... We're aware of the glitching. We're not sure on how to fix that yet, or at least Sam wasn't. And he was working on finishing the overlay stuff before moving on to that. But I will... That is on the list there. Better for a while, now it's back. Interesting, I wonder if it's like... Can I mess with stuff, or... One second, I'm gonna try, if I turn off the dice overlays, I wonder if that helps at all. Nope, that's not helping at all. Alright, so overlays are still there. Because that was our guess so far, it's just that it's got a lot of overlays and it might be glitching because of that. Let's see, other things that I wanted to make sure. So if the cards are on the far side, I'm thinking of dead figures on close side, so that I can count squads more easily. Count down. Count down? Try to update the figure count again? Let's try. Let's see. Has anybody else died? Looks like there's a couple more dead gobos, so let's change that up to 4. And let's see. So on my OBS overlay, it is still glitching along the bottom after I do that. It's probably, I'm guessing it's, yeah, it looks like it's the same on the stream as I'm going back and forth from that. Okay, so let's see. Question for those of you guys who are hanging out. How does the quality of the board look to you? I'm thinking it looks pretty alright. Works died down again. Yeah, it's not as bad, right? Like, it didn't totally stop, but it's not as bad as it was. And as, like, right as I said that, for me, it had a couple serious glitches. But, so video quality, does that look okay to you guys? It's looking alright to me. Like, when the picture, now that I'm trying to look at it, it's really glitching. Three skulls, 1 shield, D20, 19. Has Ammon lost a divider yet? I don't think he has. 15. Okay, so there's a dead divider. Where's he putting his dividers? Right, that was a dead divider, right? I thought that was. Also, some of those dice, okay, that's something I need to put on there. Dice cam edges. Dice disappear. Also, there's a weird border. Actually, I can make the border a little bit better for now. 1 sec. There, 1 dice. There you go. At least now it's on the edge of the thing. Maybe add a SCV PNG to the lower. Oh, ScapeCon 5 PNG to the lower left or right. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Well, add that to the list. Also, guys, you gotta be so good at this game that you can just text while your opponent's taking their turn and you're like, psh, I don't even need to worry about it, it's fine. I don't care what they do. I'm just gonna text my fam. Oh, he's moving his dividers all the way off the board. Okay, well let me mess with that for a second. How many? 1, 2, 3. So I think it's lost like 3 dividers so far. Alright. Well, that stuff's updating very well, so that's good. It's good to maybe add something for glyphs / map as well. Ooh, good idea. Yeah, if I could do... I know last year I had a couple small boxes for glyphs. Let me add those in real quick. Because that's easy, that's just a text box. Now if I can remember which glyphs are on this map. It tells me on .org, right? If I look up the dealio. Oh, does it not? Hang on. Oh, it's not showing me the glyphs on the maps up here. Team Money! Am I the only one seeing some really bad video glitching? You are not. That is something that we are trying to fix. This is basically our setup stream, so I'm not like running full commentary right now. I'm more just like identifying issues. The glitching is something that unfortunately I do not know how to fix currently, so yeah, but glad to have you here. Feel free to watch the game. I'll be maybe doing some mild commentary on it. / like if you're watching and you're like, oh hey, visually this looks kind of weird, Biga, can you like see if you can fix this? That's part of what I'm doing as well, is just getting some suggestions of like, for example, where to place army cards so that there's not a glare on them. Yeah, it'll calm down, it'll kick back up. It's a little annoying, but Dagmar and Manigloden. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, that is big. It's very big. How do I change this? I just change the box, right? Yep, there we go. I do know that Manigloden is up top. Let's see, and then if I were going to do a like map name, so I can add just another text box for that. Let's see. Man, the spacebar on this keyboard is terrible. That's another thing that needs to get fixed ASAP. If I put it down, kind of like that, that'd be fine, right? Hang on, can I even... I can do background colors for this, right? Where is that? Okay, that looks all right. right? All right, let's see. Other comments that have come in. Oh, Sam knows what's going on. Perfect. Thank you, Sam. Screen's pretty busy, but if you had 2 empty boxes with north and south, you could drop PNGs of the glyphs into them for each game. That would look sleek. Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, because that was one thing, like, last year was, like, the visual busyness. So I like that. I like that. Put in the opposite bottom corner as the ScapeCon logo. Submit Sir Heroscape's powerful aura. Put a hat on him and fix it. Yep, that sounds about right. And then the ads hit. Hooray! All right, while the ads are going, let's see. And I'm just, Sam, if you're taking a look at this, I'm just kind of doing mock-ups. I'm sure you'll come in and delete everything that I'm working on and make it look gooder, and that is totally fine. All right. So if I did like glyphs, top is Mag, Loden, bottom, Dagmar. Or actually, even better than that. D20 plus 2. Initiative plus 8. I don't know, I feel like, hey! Hello. I'll let you come back in and fix everything.
Yeah.
I have been doing all of this in a duplicate, so.
Okay, nice. So I can actually at least temper. Are they using the dice tower?
Yes.
They are.
Yes.
Okay. So. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so what was that?
So the problem is it's too much camera data all coming through at once through one USB port.
Oh, okay.
Let me. And I lowered the FPS on all of them, and that seemed to fix it. Yeah, we're on 20 FPS. I'm gonna. No, that's gonna frick everything else up. Overhead cam, properties. This is about how you had it?
About, yep.
Cool. I'm going to slightly... Okay. I'm going to decrease the resolution in the short term, and then I will try to fix it and then increase the resolution again later. But that should fix it. It's just too much data going through one USB port. There's something I ran into in some of my testing, and it looked like it was fully fixed if I set it at 20 FPS on all 3 cameras, but apparently it's coming back. So,
yeah, okay, that's fine. Do you want a couple other things that have come up? So let's see. One is, so when they're rolling dice, if it goes to the edge, sometimes like the die will completely disappear. Like it's not getting all of the edges.
So I just need to make that a little bit bigger and probably move the camera a little bit.
Yeah, and then also, I don't know if you can do this in moving the camera, but like the D20 especially, if it comes to this like edges at all, it's hard to tell like with the angle which of the 2 numbers it is.
Okay, cool.
So
excellent.
I'm not sure if that's
probably
fixable
just a minor
or
camera adjustment.
Okay.
And I will mess with that if I have time, if their game ends early enough. Otherwise, I'll mess with it after the whole event.
Okay.
What's this for, right?
Oh, wow.
All right, so we've got a couple things that are going to be fixed. Guys, isn't that great?
Stop going through here.
Also, Bodacious and Team Money, thank you for subscribing. I'm sure Mike Emery appreciates it a lot. In fact, I should subscribe as well with my Prime because boy, oh boy, are these ads kind of not doing great for me right now. Kind of bites when I'm trying to like, or if I'm like doing commentary and then like my support screen gets hit by ads. Let's see. Problem is, they make it like so tough to subscribe with Prime. Where's the right button? You have to do it on the desktop? Ah, I knew it. Okay, well that means I won't be able to do it here then. Because I do not have my desktop here. But that's okay. Can you guys hear Ken yelling, "Play faster"? I'm curious if that's coming over on the mic. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Oh, I was going to ask, so viewers, for the glyphs, if you're there, do you prefer having like D20 plus 2, initiative plus 8, or do you think it's better to have Maniglodin and Dagmar? Works on laptops too? Well, yeah. I don't have my laptop here with me. I've just got my tablet and my phone. So, yeah, I don't have that. Ric Flair must be in the house. Yeah. Interesting that the woo came through. You should hear plenty of Matthias yelling "play faster" throughout the event, I'm sure. But like, let's see, if I took this, top glyph, Manic, loading, glyph, Dagmar. Just again messing with some stuff, seeing how it looks. That doesn't look too bad, right? Like if I had that instead of the glyphs there. What it does is greater than the often obscure names of glyphs. I agree. Okay. What they do so the D20 is good. Okay, I agree. That's all. I was just looking to make sure that people agreed with me. So let me change these then real quick. D20 plus 2. Oh, that is, hang on, wrong letters. Initiative plus 8. Alright. Yeah, I think that looks alright there.
Is my laptop off?
Oh, no, I just didn't turn it on because I don't know your password and stuff anyway, so I'm like, I'll just put it on my tablet.
Yeah, something that works, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Make this a little bit smaller, but I think that looks okay. So what I'm going to do, or what I'm thinking right now, is after this next game, I'm going to, for the next couple players, I'm going to give them a couple of things to change for it, just so that visually we can see things. Like I'll have them put the cards onto the other side, I'll have them use the roll down dice. Actually, I don't know. Dice is wound markers, better to roll up or roll down? Not sure. Oh, but when those dice roll well like that, oh, that looks so crisp. I love having the dice there. Oh, hang on. There we go.
Quick suggestion.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, the.
Nice. So I had the dice above the overlay.
So I just changed that back because I just noticed what it was doing there. I had to change it when the dice were on the wrong sides, so I switched those.
Oh.
And then I didn't switch them. Anyway.
Wait, the dice were on the wrong side?
Yeah.
So player one.
So player 1 was rolling dice here. Player 2 was rolling dice here.
Nice.
Oh yeah, actually also.
Did you rename it?
The players.
So player 1 dice cam. Did you rename it to player?
I did not do that. I should
Nice.
do that. Yeah, I can do that. But also while we're on player 1, player 2 stuff. So if I come over here to change names, and say like, hey, this is Sir Heroscape.
Yep.
And then press enter. It does this. Do I just click through it and say we're
Yeah,
fine?
yeah, just do that.
Okay.
And I'll actually. Yeah, so just hit the little check. So here.
Just say it's okay each time.
So hit, don't show again for 5 minutes. Okay, and then at least it won't show up for a couple minutes. I'll see if I can fix that too. I think I had it.
It's not a
turned
big
on.
deal. If not, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to break like a function or something.
So I know I had it turned on here because you're not supposed to mess with these ones. I don't remember why it's turned on here. I think maybe it breaks the reset if I turn it off, but I actually don't remember. But I'll mess with that a little bit more later.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, cool. That's fine. It is what it is. I'll do it. I'll do it anyway. Where did I put my drink and my stuff?
Alright, for the next game too, I'll probably do a bit more actual commentary with it now that I've got at least the bugs that I can take care of figured out. And there's a couple more things to try to fix, but like whatever's going on there at the side. That's something with the dice tray, but yeah, no, I'm excited for this setup, though. All right, let's see. I just send over notes to, so let me.
Commentating this one?
Not. This is more just me working through
Process.
the bugs and stuff and trying to make sure stuff. So I've actually got a few people who chimed into the stream, so that's helpful. But
Hi, I'm chiming into the stream.
but yeah, it's more just trying to be like, let's see. So there's a glare there. Let's fix the glare and that kind of stuff.
I see.
So
Good stuff.
yep, and then maybe in the next couple I'll like put out a bigger announcement and say like, hey guys, check out the stream. And
Yeah, we can make that announcement at dinner.
oh, okay,
I think dinner's after round 2.
okay, perfect. Actually, yeah, that'll be great.
Oh. You have a tape there.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, yeah. Right? It's like, please don't come through here.
Alright, I will be not here then.
Alright, cool. Yeah. Bodacious, you should definitely be here at ScapeCon. Like, what the heck, man? Why ain't you here? Also, Rye Guy, I thought you would be here too. Let's see. There's 15 minutes. Oh, well, there's still 15 minutes left in this round. Maybe I'll do some commentary. I need to figure out how many figures are left on the board, though. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 cutters. Just 4 cutters? 5, 6. Sorry, there's 2 more in the start zone. 6 more remain. Which means 10 are dead. Are there any ones on Q10? Can't really. There might be some red on there. I'm not sure for certain. How many dividers remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like. So 9 remain. 9 out of 18, which means 9 have been killed. Yo!
Hello.
Welcome back.
Well, I'm not back for very long.
That's fair.
Now here.
I just wanted to welcome you back.
Set up. Hello. How are you doing?
All right, so let's see what's going on here. We've got attacks being made. That's what's going on here. Go figure, go figure. Sir Heroscape is attacking with... Whoa, was that a shot at Q10? That was a shot at Q10, right? Holy cow. Would that have been... Whoa, no, sorry, those were dividers, right? Dividers just took out Q10 like that. Holy cow. Well, I'm glad I started watching for that part at least. And it's cool to be able to see the dice, right? Like, to see the dice show up on the screen like that. That's awesome. I dig it. This is a sweet setup that Sam has set up for us. So cool. Well, I looked back at the game just in time to watch the end of that game, so hooray. Alright guys, we're back. Ain't you excited? I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited too. I'm going to be messing with the overlay here for a second, as I have been caveating this whole time. This is still a little bit of a... Oh, jeez. Okay, hang on, sorry. Let me turn off my sound. Yeah, sorry about that. I had just plugged in my earbuds again so that I could listen to the stream and just get another feel for the quality of the audio, which is still good, and that's good to know. And now I'm going to turn it off so that I don't have me talking to me in my ear, but it's like me of 5 seconds ago that wants to talk to me. So, and here we go. This is going to be great. Let me pull up, cancel. Let me pull up these armies real quick. So we're going to have Trivia Night versus Videosayg on this map. So, player number 1 is going to be Trivia Night. Pretty great, pretty great. Trivia Night has in his army, I just saw this, where was this? Phantom Knights, X4, Exiles, and Erevan. So, Phantom Knights. Oh, come on. I can find things alphabetically. Copy. Paste. He has 4 of them. And then Exiles of the Sundered Sea. but you're going to be hanging out up here. This is the part where you guys get to listen to me as I put in data and stuff. It is the most exciting part of the stream. It's actually way, way, way better than last year if you were here last year. So much easier to just be able to copy and paste stuff like this. That is great. Okay, and then the other player was, who did I just say? Videosayg. Why does Videosayg have 2 armies submitted? And they're both the same army, but why does he have 2 armies submitted? Alright, that is how many sorry, I just clicked away from that. Deathreavers X3. Copy. Just 3, and then Major Q9. This will be a fun game. So Phantom Knights versus Q9, that'll be interesting. That's about all I can say about it right now, as I'm just copying and pasting stuff, but hopefully you guys are getting a good view and handle on the things that are going on here. Videosayg. I think that's... Is that how you spell? 2 I's, and then capital S. No. Videosayg. There we go. Alright, sweet. And they're still setting up their armies, so I don't feel bad that I took a little bit to get there. Okay, so this should be good. I'm excited for this. You guys excited for this? I'm excited for this. I'll try to keep an eye on stream as well, or on chat pretty well. I've been doing okay, I guess, so far, but I've got, okay, actually, sorry, I've got to brag for a second over here on how cool our setup is now. So not only do we have great overlays here, if you have just joined the stream and have yet to see the dice will be fun, but we'll see. Oh, I won't spoil that surprise. Oh, it's about to happen. Hey, look at that roll! Is that an 18 to a 9, or was that a 4? I think that was actually maybe a 4. Oh, they're reaching their hands in. One sec, I'll be right back. I'm going to run up to the table. Sorry, I might be doing this a few times, but I'm going to let them know how this little tray flipper outer thingy goes. Alright, but did you see those dice rolls? It was so cool. Alright, anyway. So Videosayg won initiative, and he... Oh, wow. So this is his game plan, huh? So Videosayg has just put all of his dudes in the corner there. You know, we didn't think that these overlays would be too bad, because if they covered anything of the map, it would just be the start zone. But turns out that's where all this action is going to happen for Videosayg. So, yay, I guess. But that's okay. I'm actually going to mess with it just a smidgen. Never mind, I'm not going to mess with it just a smidgen. So when I mess with things, things get messed up. And that's not my favorite thing to happen. But anyway, so yeah, this will be an interesting game then. Which means that Trivia Knight just gets to advance his Phantom Knights. Haha. And enjoy, basically, I guess. This might be a little bit of a slog of a game. They're so interesting. Because if this strat is to keep Q9 just in the corner hanging out there with a whole wall of rats, which I don't disagree with necessarily, that does mean that, you know, Phantom Knights get a while to move up, so there's probably going to be a lot of development going on, which means also, if you're hopping in, that if you're like, hey, this looks weird on stream or anything like that, let me know so that I can fix stuff, because I would like to fix stuff as we're going, and we're going to have a lot of development going on here, so I'll have plenty of time to fix stuff. But also there was another thing that I was thinking of saying, and I forgot what it was. or rather that I was thinking of saging. It's just I'm curious what Videosayg is doing with his rats here, because he's moved a couple up, which is interesting. So he's taken that southern rat that's a little bit more forward. That one's on a lone raised hex spot, and then he's moved up a little bit more. I wonder if my guess is that he's trying to make places for the Phantom Knights to attack into that Q9 can still shoot, but also that give the Phantom Knights worse attacks or open up the Phantom Knights a little bit more. So that's interesting. I'm while this is going to be a very development-focused game, which means there's not going to be as much action happening over the course of it, I am still very interested to see how exactly everything goes through. Just because, I don't know, I think it's interesting to see, like how they're forcing the development. The development will dictate a lot of the action, and then things will just crash eventually. But Videosayg trying to bait out certain attacks. I think that'll be interesting to see how that goes through. Good. And Bodacious agrees with me. He says, "Yeah, this is an interesting chess match." I agree. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you agree. But yeah, right? Because do Exiles also have disengage? I don't remember. Do Exiles have disengage? Videosayg takes that initiative. But if they do, there's all the disengage in the army. What are you going to do with rats in that case, right? You kind of have to just hang out. Oh, using a rat to attack. I like it. In fact, I'm a fan of Deathreaver play. Exiles do have disengage. Yeah, see, so even if you were playing a bit more standard, what you might say as less boring, and we can be fair, it would be less boring to go out with the rats and use Q9 a bit more proactively. But that just kind of means you lose, right? Because there's so much disengage and stealth flying on the board that, you just give the game to your opponent. Sure, let's just do that. So Videosayg is kind of forced into that position of hanging out back there, and it looked like he was maybe considering a position of letting Q9 step forward to just be totally surrounded by rats. Hey, Deathreaver kill! A Deathreaver kill! You love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see it when I'm not, or when I'm the one playing Deathreavers. There might be somebody in the chat who does not like to see that, but that's all that I'll say about that. But yeah, so it's the army compositions here are so extreme, right? You've got the Deathreavers that so want to lock stuff down, and the Phantom Knights that are we don't care about being locked down, and the Exiles that are also we don't care about being locked down, that it just forces this extreme matchup, right? So it's cool. And we also saw action happen already, which, speaking of, that means I need to kill a Phantom real quick. I need to remember to update that, especially now that it's so much easier for that to happen. Side note, if you're looking at the points remaining at the top, this is a Delta event. We will have Delta points reflected on the screen for you guys. They are not currently. So you're seeing right now the classic points. So if you're trying to figure out this game's going to time, who's got the edge, we unfortunately won't quite have that, just because, again, the Delta points are kind of throwing things off a little bit right now. Slow Phantoms until they're fully developed. Send in Exiles. Get those huge attacks of 4 on range on a turn 3. Order marker, do not touch the rats. Yeah, basically, right? And I think that's why Videosayg needs to move some of those rats forward, is so that you can't just do that, right? Because if the Phantom Knights and Exiles get to develop all day, they're well, I guess developing is fine, but Videosayg does want to make sure that the Exiles can't just get 2 attacks, or 2 turns of attacks of 4 onto Q9, right? So you do need to spread out the rats anyway, which is why I think he's moving them out a little bit already so far. And so it's, and that's the balance that he's got to look for, is how far out do I send my rats? Does he try to use rats to maybe swoop in and take on the Exiles. Because Exiles only have 2 defense. You know, 1 attack versus 2 defense, that can work. If he was playing more aggressively to try to kill Exiles. Of course, you know, if he sacrifices a bunch of rats trying to kill the Exiles, then he just loses anyway, because then nothing's protecting Q9. So I'm not saying you can, like, super actively hunt them down. But, you know, I think that's another thing, right? Like, Trivia Knight, in that case, needs to make sure that he doesn't open up his Exiles to a Deathreaver attack, which, you know, how often do you think about that? I like that straight, go crazy with rats to kill the Exiles. Good, I'm glad you like my strat. That's always a good sign. For me. Looks like Videosayg is opening up a little hole to put Q9 into as well, so... I'll be honest, I don't... I kind of like having more of a wall between them. Granted, that lets him move Q9 up a bit more, but I feel like if you just keep Q9 in the corner, then you're limiting where Exiles can shoot from and making more of a wall for Phantom Knights to crawl through. Right? Like, I could see moving Q9 there so that he can shoot any rats that engage the southern lone rat. Like, that could be a thing, but otherwise, I'm not sure on moving Q9 up a little bit. You know, you get better coverage, but I feel like that just opens up holes sooner / makes more spots where the Exiles can shoot from, and so you have to send out rats sooner too. So yeah, I don't know. But yep, putting Q9 in the hole. Can you range that Phantom Knight? 8 range, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So he's going to take a shot. Let's see if he breaks through the defense. He does not break through the defense. Yo, do those dice, when they're rolled, sometimes look CGI to you? Oh, guys, we found out. That's the big scandal. We thought that the dice were being recorded. Turns out it's all CGI, and that this has all been decided from the beginning. Whoa! Suggestion, put dice above the text in the bottom left. Wait, put dice above the text in the bottom left. Put dice above the text in the bottom left? Oh, so you mean... Oh, gotcha, with the layers. That is a good suggestion. Thank you very much. I will do that. Thank you. That is... Oh, and I just hit the mic again. I apologize. I'm sure that was a big loud sound that you guys are not happy with. I will probably do that a few times. But let me move this mic a little bit. That's going to cause a little bit of sound, I know. But it's better than me hitting it repeatedly. Okay. Hopefully that's still good. If the sound doesn't sound as soundy. If the sound's not sounding, let me know. But alright, so looks like Phantom Knight's moved up a little bit. And see, like, it's not like a total, you know, absolute slow roll. Trivia Knight still has a Phantom Knight in his start zone. And I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sure he's trying to take, like, the attacks he can while he can. But I do like that Videosayg has put that Deathreaver in a very annoying spot, like on that lone raised hex above the glyph. That's a great spot to be in. Alright, let's see. Order dice rolls. Trivia Knight takes it by 1. A 3 and a 2. You love to see it, folks. Although I guess Trivia Knight has D20 plus 2, so a 5 and a 2. Hurrah! Right, yep, running up with the Phantom Knight. He's going to try to just get rid of the excess Deathreavers. And Videosayg is not going to put any Deathreavers in a place where a Phantom Knight will ever be able to get hide on him. I do... okay. I'm going to do some crazy talk here for a second. You guys ready for this? Well, one sec. Let me look a little bit more closely at this. Where are the Exiles? 1, 2, 3... It's the 3 in a row. Where's the 4th Exile? Am I crazy? Oh, it's behind the tree. It's behind the tree. Okay. So yeah, so let's see. Exiles, not quite fast enough to go crazy yet. Yeah. And if, because Exiles would be great to go crazy with, right? Like, I was thinking of, like, you know, do you rush forward Exiles to either try to shoot Q9 and / or like maybe even clear out rats, right? Like if you've got a bit more of a sheltered spot to take some hide attacks on rats just to get some attacks of 4 into Deathreavers. If, you know, you could do so and also be relatively out of Q9's range so that you're not worried about too much counterattack there. But that's not going to work out, especially with only 5 range there. You could get in some attacks, but not anything. Anyway, you know, crazy ideas, like you do. Ooh, Phantom Knight dead. Phantom Knight down, Phantom Knight down. But yeah. Anyway, it's when a game is this long and there's a lot going on. Not that there's not as much to talk about as far as like this overall strategy, but I'm also not. I really like doing commentary, but I'm not quite so skilled / interested in it to like figure out every single minutia of like, you know, where can any single figure go. So because of that, I just instead come up with these harebrained ideas. Because that's, you know, that's just how you roll. Exiles are the win con for sure. It lies on them to kill Q. Yeah, right. So you can't really waste them on Deathreavers. Like you really especially need that initiative switch, I feel like. Or at least you're really, really looking for that initiative switch, 2 rounds of attacks of 4 into Q9. Which means you do really need to clear up the Deathreavers first, and that's the Phantom Knight's job. So I expect we'll start seeing even more attacks onto Deathreavers with Phantom Knights. But Q9 making an attack, that is blocked. So I said I wasn't sure how I felt about that more forward little hole area for Q9 to hang out in. But since Videosayg is kind of like keeping 2 holes, like 2 spots for 2 hidey places for Q9 to hang out in, I do like that. I think that's fun to like be able to bump Q9 back and forth and be like, all right, I'm in the more forward spot and the less of a forward spot. But then of course Trivia Knight's like, that's annoying, pass. And so now he's got a Phantom Knight in the back spot, which forces Q9 forward, which also means Q9 is a little bit more vulnerable to the Exiles taking a shot on him, right? So this could be working out all right for Trivia Knight there. Actually, I love that he flew that Phantom Knight into the back spot there to deny that to Q9. So, of course he blinks the attack, as you do. We'll see if Videosayg scatters. Is this scatter movement or is this turn movement? That's scatter movement. Alright, yeah, of course, Marcus are on Q9 now. So taking a shot at the Phantom Knight in the back. First is a miss. 1 skull, 2 shields. 2 skulls, 2 shields. All right. So, question. Or actually, let me take a look at chat first. Yeah, Videosayg is definitely a strong and defensive player. Yeah, Videosayg is a really good player. In fact, let's see. Videosayg, when I was doing 10 points under, one of my favorite games was him and Kevin Dola in the finals of a tournament, which is a really fun one. And basically, you know, that game alone, like commentating on that game alone, I'm like, yeah, Videosayg, cool. Oh, sorry, I'm remembering randomly to like fix something in the overlay real quick. This shouldn't change anything for you guys, but I'm going to do that for a second, so apologies if I missed something huge while I do this. Oh, come on, no, let me do the thing. Just need to rename Adelio. Okay, there we go. We're good, and we're back. How much did I miss? Not much. Cool. So, curious for people who are hanging out in the chat. Did anybody else, because this was me, when you first got Q9, maybe you had already heard how strong he was, maybe you hadn't, but did anybody else play Q9 and be like, it doesn't seem that great, it's only 3 attacks to 3, that seems kind of weak? Because that was me! And of course now I realize the value and the strength and all that good stuff, but I'm like, his offense is so bad. Because I also was not looking at like how do you balance like not offense not just being how many dice you roll, but like, you know, having 8 range is very good and stuff like that. But all right, let's see, Q9. Q9's trying to see something there. Saw Videosayg leaning in to look at something or other, but could be the Phantom Knight behind him, but I don't know why you'd do that instead of just flipping Q9, because you're able to do that. But but yeah, so we're seeing where Q9 can shoot. We'll get some attacks in there. Bodacious says, haha, when Q9 came out, I wasn't playing with order markers because it was too complicated. Yeah, relatable. Well, I guess I always used order markers, but I also misunderstood how order markers worked and stuff, so, you know, it wasn't too complicated. We were just making too many attacks per order marker, is all. Yo!
Hello.
How you doing?
I lost.
You lost?
And it doesn't look like it's going well for my teammate either, so.
Oh, which one's your teammate?
Trivia.
Trivia? He is technically losing, but also it's just going to be a grind.
That's fair.
What are you playing?
I am playing Hydra, Krav, or Nak.
Oh, nice.
Mostly just for the 3-headed Hydra lulz, but...
Do you have 3 Hydras?
No, I have 2 Hydras.
Oh, man.
But I scream 3-headed Hydra anytime I take 1 wound, so...
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. There you go. The dice look like so shiny and almost fake.
No, I was thinking they almost look CGI.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was saying. I'm like, it looks fake. Like that's the scandal now. Is ScapeCon results are already decided. These games aren't real. Ooh, dead Deathreaver. couple dead Deathreavers.
They eject their dice so fast.
Right.
I barely have time to even like see them.
Yeah, no, the overlay and stuff is working out great though.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, there's a little fine tuning I still want to do, obviously with the dice falling out, and then also, where is it?
Yeah, that stuff on the side.
Yeah, I want to fix that. So like,
I did flip that around because earlier it was like on this side of it, and so I like that. That's why the dice are falling off the wrong way.
Okay, nice. So that was my goal. Is I wanted the dice to fall from the top of the screen anyway. And okay, so that one's falling from the top and that one's falling from the bottom.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
But yeah, I figured
it
it was
matter
just,
that much as long as it's visible.
Yeah, but yeah, I do. Well, I kind of sometimes like having the opposite sides for the different players, but
sure, makes it feel a little bit more aesthetic.
But no, the main thing though was just like getting that brown smudge out of the middle. Oh, nice.
The loss in quality of the main camera was very noticeable. I definitely want to fix that as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
But at least it's not doing the visual glitch anymore.
That is true.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to just lower the frame rate on the dice rolling, which shouldn't really matter at all because it's only on screen for a couple seconds anyway.
Yeah. And as long as we get that little bit of a pause at the end, or when the dice are rolled, we're good. So that should be fine.
Honestly, maybe just lower the resolution of the dice roll because the dice already look so freaking good as is. Like,
that's true. Yeah.
Like, it probably wouldn't hurt to just lower the resolution a little bit and then raise the resolution on that. But
let's see. My notebook. Oh, sorry. One second. My notebook. Can you lift up your chair for a second?
Oh yeah, no problem. Oh.
Sorry. Thank you. Let me see if there was other stuff that we. Oh yeah, so something that I think Rai Guy mentioned earlier, but also I don't remember if you said, were you gonna have like a ScapeCon logo on the screen as well?
I can do that. That wouldn't be that hard.
Okay.
Like, would you want it like up at the top or?
Maybe like just in the corner to kind of like offset this.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I can do that. Ugh. Another thing, by the way, I didn't tell you this, but if you...
Oh!
That mutes the...
Nice! That's actually awesome.
If there's ever a time that you need to for some reason.
Rats are dying, big rush, lock in, big... Okay, we'll lock in. 2 more Deathreavers died.
Is that 20? It's kind of hard to tell. You're right.
What?
Oh, just the D20. It is kind of hard to tell if it.
Oh yeah.
Exactly what it is. It looked like a 20, but it's kind of hard to tell.
Well, in some of the D20s too. Let's see. Board Hero had like a weirdly colored one that, like, with the in the box with the yellow and the light on it, made it look really weird.
Was it transparent?
It wasn't. No. The white D20 was a little transparent, but it was okay.
Okay.
The other one, maybe it was partially transparent. Maybe that was part of the problem.
Sure.
It was never quite on screen long enough for me to really see, but it looked weird. It was funky. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's a big rush, but also there's plenty of Deathreavers hanging out. So, but there's another dead one. See if any others get killed. Is there a way that you can lock the focusing for the webcam too?
So I did lock the focusing for the dice bowl cameras. Have you been having a problem with that?
No, it's this one. Where,
Okay.
like sometimes
Yes, I
they'll lean
can
over
lock
a
the
bit,
focus
and
for that.
that'll.
In fact, I can actually just do that now. Yeah, I had to lock it for the dice camera because they're constantly moving, and it looked real fricky until I locked the focus at the height of an average die.
What am I doing here? Configure video, camera control. It'll lock right there.
All right, perfect.
Is it just messing up when people like reach over the map? Is that mostly
Yeah,
it?
it just and it focuses it like it refocuses just fine, but it's just it was just
looks
annoying.
bad.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Quality of life. Yes. Alright, so going back to the game here, yeah, Videosayg only has 2 spare rats now. Phantom Knights are also kind of low, so both like of those main squads are getting a little bit lower at this point. Alright, there's a dead Phantom Knight. And then
Julius. I also lost.
locked another dead Phantom Knight. 2 more dead Phantom Knights. Yeah, that's rough, that's rough.
The Nagrubs took out 6 hounds? But the Nagrubs took out 6 hounds?
What are they calling?
Taking double attacks with five dice, killing nothing. And then the Naggers.
Really? They're calling the game right there? Oh, man.
That makes me feel less bad about my
Really?
game.
I feel
Because
like
my
with
game
Exiles
was
you got a
bad,
shot.
but it wasn't that
Call the game
bad.
there.
I pulled it like
Maybe just too many Deathreavers.
first 2 turns is really tough.
I
If you've
whiffed-
got, if that's for the round,
I whiffed 2 different
1, 2, 3,
defense
4,
rolls
5,
at
6,
6
7,
and
8.
7 on my
Yeah, if you've got
Hydras.
a few Death or Phantom Knights remaining, and then you've got that many Deathreavers still on the wall.
Go tell Jack
Yeah.
that he can give up.
I guess that's
Don't tell him that.
Oh, he already did.
Oh, he gave up?
Yeah.
Oh, are they actually quitting?
Yeah, he and I just killed 2 Phantom Knights, and then yeah, they shook hands and they're cleaning stuff up.
Huh.
So yeah,
All right, well. Big sad.
yeah, that's pretty big. There you go. That's about where we want it. And they have already started the game. They are jumping right into it. That is perfect. That's how we like it. As I figure this out. So. I'm now coming back and seeing the suggestion to riot. Sorry, Ryan. I don't know that I get to endorse rioting. I would love to endorse rioting, but you know, I'm in a position right now where I don't know. It's just an uncomfy position. And I apologize, man. We just started this round late, and now we had a couple technical difficulties, and so now I'm late getting the stuff put together. It's okay. This is still technically a test stream. Technically a test. So it's fine. It's fine. It works out. What are the format rules? That is a good question. So this one is 3-headed Hydra. So you've got basically players you get 3 people on a team, and then they set up the matchups that they want. Other than that, it's like, you know, you just bring your own army, 455 points, 20 figures delta. So, you know, as far as that goes, pretty straightforward, but they pick their matchups based on the players that they have and the other team, and, you know, they try to get the matchups that let them win. So 2 out of 3 players need to win the the games in order for the whole team to win the round, so that they can get the win overall. And holy cow, I cannot. Okay, there we go. Jeez, that took me forever to find the right one there. All right, so sorry, I'm just looking for players and their armies. I guess I could just look at the board, huh? So we've got, what is that? 3 squads blast, 2 squads glad, or sorry, 3 glad, 2 blast. Probably. Yeah, 3 glad, 2 blast. Alright, just 1 second as I copy and paste these things into the overlay so that we've got some good information going for us. And there is technically an Isamu in that army as well. Technically. It's just a technicality. Alright, and then we're playing against Itsbuzzi with his 5 Granite Guardians.
I'll do all the rulings and then
Warden, and then we need a Marcu, Esenwein. Good news is, like, with this copy and paste feature, this is like so much faster than when I was trying to catch up on stuff last year and typing it all in by hand in memory. It's much better, much better. All right, and then this is Itsbuzzi. All right, perfect. All right, and there we go. Yeah, we got those stats going down there. Sweet, so we've got everything set up now, and we've got, at least I believe we do. Again, still technically a test stream. Let me make sure we've got everything looking good there. Yeah, it's looking all right, so perfect. So let's get a look at this game state then. What's going on here? Oh, actually, this is kind of a fun game to watch, because you got Glad Blast, moves tons of figures at a time, and also Granite Guardians move a ton of figures at a time. Now, I will say, unfortunately, probably Glad Blast has a very strong edge, I would say. Oh, looks like, hang on, are those dice? Oh, maybe the dice are frozen. Hang on. Are we gonna need to, like, redo all of the dice cameras too? Wow, what happened with the dice? Yeah. And I just told Sam that they were fine, and they were not fine. Okay, Sam's in the middle of a game right now, so let me see if I can add this in real quick. We're looking for dice. This is and we're looking for this one. Huh, none of those are showing up. Oh, darn it. Oh, man. Let's see, Subatomic Monk. Points must be standard, not delta on screen. That is correct. Sam's got a way or a fix for that, but he just hasn't had time to fully get that completed. So that'll all be done by end of night tonight, so that tomorrow's stream, like starting tomorrow with the actual championship streams, we'll be able to have, like, everything will be correct, everything will be up to date. Hopefully these cameras will actually be working and not randomly freezing like they seem to be right now. let's see. Sorry. Yeah, apologies. I'll be missing some of the game action. It should be fine for you guys. You should be able to watch the game just fine, but I'm just gonna poke around again and see if I can just get this dice to work. Oh, actually, hang on. Well, no, that's not what it is. That work? Let's see these dice. Yeah, nope, nothing going on for the dice there still. I mean, even though this is a test stream, I apologize for the amount of technical difficulties we've had throughout this. Because they're like, we're gonna be figuring stuff out. That's just how it goes. But I still wish we had, the dice showing up. The dice were working just fine earlier. Let's see. Okay, try this. Let me try real quick if that, oh, that looks terrible. Yep, okay, that's the wrong one. Let's see, properties. Huh. When I go into this, like I'm looking at the details, it looks like it should be working. Hang on, I'm gonna wait till they roll some dice so that I can see if I can, I don't know, just figure out what's going on there. I mean, the good news is you can still follow the action pretty well, right? Like, you can see all the figures on the board. Figures actually look pretty good, it seems. And even though we're not seeing the dice rolls themselves, we can see the results of the dice rolls. Alright, let's see. They're rolling some dice. I'm just going to see if they show up on this other window. Yep, nothing is showing up there. Huh, okay. Well, oh, wait, there was a change. Right? That little, yeah, there's a little flash of light there. So something's going on, huh? I wonder if it's just not picking up. Oh no, there's the dice. Hey! Okay, so something there works. Hang on, let me now do that with the other side. I don't know what that was. What did I do? I didn't do anything. That's the problem. What did I do? I just opened up a window and then it somehow started working, so there's that, I guess. Maybe they moved to the dice tray accidentally. Well, so the camera is attached to the dice tray, so that shouldn't be it, unless, I don't know, maybe a cord got bumped. That could have happened. Maybe I'll run over real quick and see if, just make sure all the chords look okay at least. Yeah, I might as well go check. Doesn't hurt to check, so I'll go see. Alright, cameras look all okay over there. And there is like, so there's that D20 stuck on the bottom left there, right? So that, it's frozen there. That's the problem. And I don't want to mess with these too much because, oh, well, and there we go. Now it's working. Alright, cool. Hey, I fixed it somehow. I wish I knew how so that I could replicate it, but I'll take a fix. Alright, that should be good. I'm guessing those dice are just have just been left there, but sweet, thank you. Yes, very nice work on my part. I knew exactly what I was doing when I bumped the correct thing. Haha, haha. Alright, let me go through and I'll update the figures on the board real quick. Looks like 2 Blastatrons have been destroyed, so let's add that in. 2 Blastatrons, and then is that 2 Granite Guardians down as well, it looks like, so perfect. Alright, oh, and we've got the glitching back. No, dang it. Oh, you fix one thing and then another thing pops up. Test stream. But I saw how... Yep, dice are coming up. Sam did a thing earlier to fix the dice. Or the glitching. We'll probably just have to wait for him there. Alright, so, with that then, actually, it looks like we're... You heard me click something? Yeah, absolutely. Just all, like, the clicking was correct. I really like watching the dice go across the screen. I think this is very fun. We need to do, maybe if we can, do something about when they, there's a little latch that they push to, like, drop the dice out of the die bowl, so if we can make it so that that doesn't have the black bars appearing when they do that, that would also be great, but that's okay. Like, you know, for what we've got, it's pretty great. I'm not complaining too much. Okay, so let me update. That was another dead Granite Guardian, and I'm gonna start digging into this game. There's been a lot of development, and I want to start seeing where things are at. Looks like, yeah, Dunedain, I'd say, like, army-wise, has the edge here. I feel like Glad Blast is just really good into Granite Guardians. Granite Guardians get a bunch of figures onto the board surprisingly quickly. Glad Blast gets them on the board surprisingly quickly-er. Right? Like, Glad Blast getting the full 5 move with 8 figures is just going to be better than, like, your whole army getting 1. It's, like, actually kind of a perfect counter. Perfect? It's a really, really good counter as far as, like, just the movement or board control goes. And then also, Granite Guardians are really going to just struggle because, you know, Glad Blast beats them to height, so they're not going to be able to throw rocks as well or get the landslide as much. And then, you know, when they're not doing that, then they become melee figures when they can't get to height fast enough. Let's see. Audio is clean, but video stutters intermittently. Yeah, thanks. That's something that I'm going to have to wait till between rounds for Sam. Because while I think I saw what buttons he clicked for that last time, I don't want to click the wrong buttons and like ruin all of the video stuff again. So, and it's not as bad as it was. So if it gets really bad, I'll maybe see if I can pull him out of his game. But otherwise, we'll just keep going with this. Did Dunedain develop properly? How do you mean properly? You mean like as far as the rules go? As far as the rules go, I would imagine so. Dunedain's been playing a lot, or playing for a good while. He knows the game. If you mean as like strategy goes, I like his spot. Like he ran forward, he got the high spots with the Gladiatrons, which really puts the Granites at a disadvantage. When they're melee, they're just bad melee, right? Like you want to be able, or at least have the option to throw rocks sometimes. And Dunedain's just kind of taken that away from him. And, you know, once Dunedain's got the high ground, he can just be like, all right, cool. Now we're just going to wait for you to come to me. When you do, you will be cyberclawed. And so you won't be able to go anywhere. You'll be attacking into at least 4 defense, if not 5 defense, if Dunedain has high ground, which he's positioned well to keep. And then, you know, he's got the Blastatrons behind, and they're just like, yeah, and we're just going to shoot stuff with, you know, attacks of 2 at least, if not 3 or even 4. 4 skulls there. Holy cow, and a big old blank from Itsbuzzi. That feels rough. But yeah, right? Like, that's just, Dunedain's just like, okay, cool, I've got my wall of Gladiatrons. Have fun, basically. Like, this is a tough matchup for Itsbuzzi. Like, I don't, honestly, I don't know what Itsbuzzi can do with this. Especially this map, I think, too. Like, the map, all very, very central. Like, there's no kind of reserved height for Itsbuzzi to go through, which it still wouldn't work, right? Because the Granite Guardians, they need high ground in order to have range. So it's just tough. Like, what are you going to do? Even Granite cannot withstand... Sorry, I feel like I read that really strangely. Even Granite cannot withstand Solberg firepower. Aeon, not great Cyberclaw... Or got great Cyberclaw chokes. Yeah, no, it really does, right? Like, especially since, again... Dunedain used the faster speed overall of the Blastatrons and Gladiatrons to, like, get those forward height positions even, right? Like, he's playing, or sorry, hang on, let me get my words correct here. He's got a good defensive wall going on, but he moved it up a lot, right? Like, so he moved up to dominate the map, and then now he's just like, okay, and I'm where I want to be, and so now I'm just going to play defense for the rest of the game, and, you know, good luck. Actually, it's probably saying bad luck, honestly, because, well, I'm sure he's got no ill will towards his opponent. He probably also would want to win this, I'm guessing. But let's see if these attacks from the Granites can do anything here. That's like, you know, they're only attacks of 3. Like, there's no high ground. I think, I haven't been looking too closely, I've just kind of assumed that Dunedain has made it impossible for the Granite Guardians to get any kind of high ground on the Gladiatrons. Oh, that was a whiff. Alright, so that happens. So there's a little bit of movement there. Oh, hang on, 1 sec. Sorry. I'm realizing I messed up the Glad Blast dead figures. There we go. Okay, those should be updated correctly there. Thoughts on army choices? Also, thank you, Subatomic Monk. I appreciate the prompts for sure. Let's see, army choices. You know, I like both of them. Granted, that said, I generally like armies. Like, I look at, like, oh, Glad Blast. Oh, I love playing Glad Blast. That's so cool. Granite Guardians. Yeah, so many Granite Guardians. That's awesome. That's so cool, right? So, baseline, yeah, I like them both. That said, for an event like this, I think Glad Blast is so solid, and I think it's very flexible. That's one of my favorite things about Cloud Blast. Like, if I chose a cheese army to really go ham with, I haven't tried to do this for a while, but if I, like, tried to get back really into the cheese scene, Cloud Blast would probably be my choice, because I just love how flexible it is, right? Like, I feel like you've got options, even though it's not necessarily favored into a lot of matchups. I think it's got enough options that it can play into the matchups, and you still might not have the best win rate into them, but you've got a chance at least. Granite Guardians, while I love the army, I think it's a little too one note for this kind of event. Like, honestly, with Itsbuzzi getting countered so hard here, sometimes what happens with these three-headed Hydra games is you've got, right, like 3 players and you're trying to match them up. Sometimes you give a player a bad matchup so that your other 2 players can have good matchups, right? I almost feel like that's what happened to Itsbuzzi here, where, like, this is the game where they're like, okay, do your best. Hopefully you can do something here, but if not, then, that's okay, right? Like, if the other 2 players have good matchups, then that's fine. Oh, hey, see, look, so that's another kill there. So I think there's, maybe a little bit of hope there, but I do kind of wonder if this is a game where they're like, hey, this is less favored for us, but do your best. And I feel like that's going to happen with Granite Guardians a lot, because there are a lot of armies that can just kind of deny Granite Guardians the chance to do what they want to do. I say as another Gladiatron goes down. So the rolls are going. That was a good turn for Itsbuzzi there. Killed 2 more Gladiatrons. So that's good. I mean, he still has a good ways to go, but he's gotten through a squad of Gladiatrons. So if he can keep that momentum, in fact, where are we at with Order Mart? No, this is not an initiative switch. So he needs some things to go his way, right? It's possible. It's always going to be possible. And he's, like, I think one important part, he got that center area cleared out. So that's really good. There's still Gladiatrons on the side, so he still has plenty that he's going to have to punch through in order to, get to the Blastatrons in the back. But so, like, even though I'm kind of down on his army choice, I do think Itsbuzzi is, he's making some good decisions as far as tactics go, right? Like, he's going for the right spots to attack, clearing out a section. I think he's got some good tactics there. It's just will it play out for him? Let's see, an attack of 3. The other thing, like, both of these armies have a lot of defense right now, so things will probably be happening pretty slowly. Let's see, looking at chat, pee pee poo poo, thank you for that, Sam. Appreciate it. Go Buzzy and hi Ben. What's up, Dookie Sevens? All right, man, that's another Gladiatron down. Let's see, does he get a second one this turn? Yeah, a couple of good turns. That's okay. All right, doesn't get the second one, but still, that's a. Again, if any turn you kill a Gladiatron, that's a good turn for you. Show him what NES has got, Buzzy. Yeah. NES, is that Northeast Escape? Or I'm not sure exactly where that, what all the acronyms are, but hey, I'm here on the Buzzy train. Well, okay, actually, I gotta admit, as I mentioned earlier, I am kind of a Glad Blast fanboy, so there is that. But hey, I'll still cheer for Itsbuzzi because Granite Guardians are also really cool. That's a problem. They're all really cool. And those granites are starting to get a pretty good surround too. Like, they're moving into good spots. They're starting to get some good attacks, some even ground attacks. Like, Dunedain's position is slipping a little bit, so there's definitely a chance there. Like, there's an opening that can happen. Northeast Escape in Massachusetts. All right, sweet. Alright, we got the 1 skull, we got the 3 shields. And attacking down on that glyph, that initiative glyph that Itsbuzzi is holding. Making a nice big attack. Well, maybe 4 dice, I guess. Rolling 4 attack dice is nice, but man, these attacks are not going through. That, I guess. Wait, really? Skull, shield. That's awesome. Oh, I was waiting for that to whiff. So, sorry, hang on, as I'm trying to formulate my thoughts here. Oh man, I had something to say. I had like an aspect of the game I was going to start talking about, and I just totally forgot what it was. But no, actually, okay. So I think as this game is going on, you know, and as I'm regretting things that I said earlier, I still believe Glad Blast has the edge into this matchup. But I think one thing I was discounting is Granite Guardians 5 defense. That's just solid. Right, like that's just such a solid stat to have when you're always rolling 5 defense. Things just don't die, and you've got like this mass of granites coming up. Like it's a long kind of just a long haul, you know. like you're slowly trying to punch through stuff because you only get 3 attacks per turn, but that I think that's the part that I was kind of underestimating earlier, as I'm now seeing how Buzzy is kind of like staying in this game and really pushing through this game, is 5 defense holds up through a lot of stuff there. Let's see, high at 10 points is Tales of Valhalla. Hey, Tales of Valhalla, good to see you there. Glad to see you made it to ScapeCon this year. Miss y'all. Hey, miss you too, man. Yeah, I'm bummed you didn't get to make it this year. Would have been great to have you here, but I'm glad to see you here in the chat though. That's awesome. Love the skull slow-mo. Yeah, that's like, if I was a little bit more tech savvy / honestly, anytime one of these games ends, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm done for now. But if I was doing like, you know, Rai Guy does his short, his YouTube shorts, totally make that a short, right? Like, especially because that was skull shield. That would have been a great short. That would be a great thing to base there. Maybe I'll take a second and see if I can figure out how to do the clips on this, because I know that's a possibility. Let's see, I played Minion, 6 defense took me all the way until it didn't. Yeah, that's kind of how it works, right? Nice thing about Delta though, 15 Granite Guardians, that's so many Granite Guardians with 5 defense, so that's a good help there. Alright, one sec, I gotta double check. Have I missed any more figure deaths here? No, we're good. No, wait, sorry, I did miss some Granite Guardian deaths. I was just looking at the Trons. Let's see, we're down 6 Guardians now. Let me fix that real quick. Yeah, 14 Tron versus 11 GGs at this point. I guess when you said that. Yeah, 15 granites is so good, but also if you're looking at overall numbers too, 20 Trons total versus, well, I guess, sorry, 19. No. Did he sit Isamu? Yeah, there's no Isamu on the board. Yeah, okay, so 20 Trons total versus 15 Granite Guardians. You know, I always give more of an edge to like just pure numbers, largely because again, that's just like a me thing. I like having numbers. I think it's a good thing to do. I like to play big armies. I think it's fun. But you know, you kind of get that little bit of attrition there where there need to be more successful Granite attacks and they get fewer attacks per turn. So thanks for the death toll, helps. Yeah, I just need to remember to do it is the main thing. Like, we've got Sam Frost put up this awesome overlay for us, and I just literally need to pay attention to when figures die and make sure I change the number there. And even then, I still forget sometimes, but it's okay, it's okay. Again, this is still the warm-up, still warming up, getting ready for the championships that start tomorrow. Even though this is kind of a semi-championship, but it's fine, it's fine. Let's see, so... Oh, interesting. Hang on. So I just noticed you've got below the big tree in the middle, Dunedain engaged a Granite from low ground so that you could put the Blastatron on high ground behind him. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I think he's doing it because he needs like better attacks, and that's the highest spot that you can put the Blastatron on. But if he doesn't get that kill on the Granite, honestly, even if he does, right? That Granite, the Granite there gets to attack with 5v4 defense. So that seems like a death wish. Granted, you know, sometimes you just blank on skulls too, and that happens. Blank with skulls? Sorry, blank on your defense with a bunch of skulls. And that's another one. Alright, so that's 2 Granites down that turn. That's nice. Dunedain's very happy for that. Let's see if he can get another one. 2 skulls again. Okay, blocked there. And then we got one more attack. 1 skull, and oh, I almost that. Man, I really like watching these dice get rolled because you get to see like that looks like it's gonna be a blank. Oh, there's the 1 shield. But all right, so we're down now to 7 Guardians on the board. Yeah, they're just falling for Itsbuzzi lately too. Like I mean, you've got a constant kind of ebb and flow to how fast you're losing figures, right? So it was Dunedain was losing some Trons pretty quickly for a second there, and now Itsbuzzi is losing Guardians pretty quickly. But like, Itsbuzzi is really gonna need to just pound a few figures pretty quickly here, I think, in order to stay in the game relevant, or stay relevant to the game, because Dunedain's getting pretty close to getting him to just like below that critical mass. That said, Gladiatron down. All right, so we got one Gladiatron down. Did Itsbuzzi roll the attack from high ground with the landslide in the middle there? I don't know. Looks like he's using his gain high ground right now there. So let's see. Let's add in that dead Gladiatron. How's it going? Doing well. I don't think I've broken anything too much.
Good.
But I also haven't fixed things necessarily either. So I guess I've accidentally fixed a couple things, but it's working. And we got some people in the chat talking. It's great.
You're hearing us mumble.
Yeah, right? Actually, the mic is picking up. Well, actually, I don't know how well you pick up there. Actually, one sec.
It seems to be okay overall.
Yeah, the sound's working pretty well, though. Like, if we're just sitting here, it's picking up pretty good, like, no matter where I move. So,
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that. How'd your game go?
I took it.
Nice!
Drones into protectors.
Drones and 2 protectors.
Yep.
So you were playing drones?
Yep.
Okay, nice. Very good, very good.
It's amazing how a single 9 deployment really changes the game.
A single 9 deployment?
Getting to move 9 drones.
Oh, yeah.
I like the
That's good.
superimposition of the dice. That's really cool.
Right? No, it's great. I've been loving it. It's also really fun because then it's like you get to see the dice as they roll more, and you get to have those moments more where you're like, oh, is it a blank? Oh, he's got the windshield, or, you know. It's very fun. All right, sorry, 1 second. I just got to update this real quick. All right, so we're down to 2 squads of Granite Guardians now. Getting very close. Also, I think we lost, hang on. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, still no Tron, no more Tron to update there. But yeah, this is an interesting game going on.
Oh, Glad Blast into Guardians.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been an interesting one to watch, especially because these are both ones where you like move so many figures at once, right? So it's like I was trying to get some stuff figured out in the first little bit, and they started playing, and like by the time I got to it, all their figures were in the middle because they just all move so quickly. Do you have a favorite out of the two?
Between the 2 armies, I've never played Guardians, but I have played Glad Blast. I don't have the strategic capabilities of running it very well, but I would probably give the edge to the Guardians.
Okay.
Just with that high defense, it makes a difference.
You know, the defense is what I was discounting earlier. Because going into it, I'm like... So I was opposite. I thought Glad Blast has the edge into Guardians because they get to move their whole army faster. And then also if they get the high ground first, then Guardians are just bad melee into the Glad Blast. But I did discount the 5 defense. Like these Guardians have been sticking around for a long time. Have you seen these dice set up yet?
That's really cool.
Right?
I'm guessing it's just a key.
It's just a what?
A key.
What do you mean by key?
It's a term for superimposition.
Oh, okay.
Key.
Sure, then yes. It's a green screen, or, well, a yellow screen, but yeah.
That's neat. Blood Blast versus Granite Guardians
Is what?
is a weird one. I've definitely beaten Granite Guardians with Blood Blast. It's definitely it's not as Granite Guardians just throw a bunch of defense dice. That can be very hard, but you can lock them down, and that's huge.
That's the thing. Dunedain was very quickly able to. So like you took the like all the high ground basically, like on the Granite Guardian side by the tree. You know, took a lot of good spots, and then so Granite Guardians were just rolling up. So they've survived a long time, but I just don't know if they'll still be able to continue that.
It's basically the fact that Blood Blast can just throw a ton of dice, and the fact is the Granite Guardians can't really. They basically, once you engage with a Gladiatron, you are stuck there.
Yeah.
And melee
You just lost another Guardian.
Oh, did you lose another Guardian?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'll wait till these attacks are done and then I'll update. That's another Guardian.
He's still got half his Gladiatrons. Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
He's
oh,
good.
at this point,
He's
yeah.
good.
Now we're down to 4, maybe just 1. Okay, nope, survived that one. But yeah, down to 4 Guardians. This is not great.
Yeah, he's still got half. And honestly, he could have had 6 or 8 Granite Guardians, but the fact that Dunedain still has half his Gladiatrons is enough for me to be like, that's very much in his favor.
Yeah. Which, to be fair to the Granites, like, I've been impressed by not just how long they've stayed in the game, but like, I don't know, swarming capability, right?
Yeah,
They've been able to get up to even ground attacks and stuff and punch through, but I do think at this point it's...
I definitely expected to see Granites in this format, and that there's a reason why I brought Braxis and Cutters.
Nice. Huh? Yeah.
My hands are all shredded.
Let's
So
see.
you lost the Gladiatrons.
So there's a Glad down. Oh, another Glad.
Another one.
All right, 2 Glads down.
I do feel like it's as mid-2000s star JoJo would say, too little, too late.
Yeah. Let's see, because I'm trying to see what Buzzy would need to... Because there's a Warden in the back, and that's not nothing. There's a Marcu in the back, and that's not nothing.
But the problem is that there's still almost all the Blastatrons, and
Yeah.
still a bunch of Gladiatrons. Warden could snipe some Gladiatrons, but like,
But you really need to finish off the Glads in order to, like,
yeah,
be happy with your spot in the game.
Warden could definitely be surprising in the end game, but it's just, yeah, just so. The thing with Blood Blast, they just move so many figures and throw so many dice. Yes.
Yeah. No,
Unless
it's
you
really
think
so much.
Deflectatron will add to the strategy. I don't think so either.
Deflectatron? Oh, for the Glad Blast?
Deflectatron, it's like
It's not a Tron.
well, so it isn't add nothing, but it's like if I have like how many points is it again? 15?
25.
25. If I have 25 points left over in a Blood Blast build, I'll definitely consider including it because it's a neat little waypoint for Gladiatrons in a bad matchup against range.
Mm-hmm.
But is it better than Marcu? I don't know.
That's
in
fair.
most situations, probably not, but I can definitely see if I think that there's going to be a decent amount of range matchups that I'm not going to like, I could see including it. I don't think it does like anything for the strategy.
Yeah.
It's basically
It's like if you got the spot in the points, sure.
yeah, sure, and then you think it's a good fit for the meta. Basically, if you're expecting to have to deal with more range units than you are having to deal with Granite stuff,
Yeah.
that's really the big thing. And then because you're basically going to use it as a waypoint for your Gladiatrons, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or you're going to use it. Can you? I'm trying to remember here. Because you're allowed to drop it adjacent to figures that your opponent has, right? Or
Yes.
Yes.
That's the whole point of them.
So you definitely could use it to just kind of be like, haha, let me just have you force you to spend a turn doing some shenanigans with like.
But the thing is, since you already have to be within 3 spaces before you can drop it next to their guy.
Yeah. But it's one of those things again. There are plays, but they're. The biggest advantage for what it adds to the army is adding it to that army doesn't cost you any order markers to do anything with it.
Is Deflectatron the most cheesable renegade unit to be released?
No,
Definitely
cheesable?
not.
no. If I had to pick the most, so what are we talking about when we say cheesable?
Yeah, I guess cheesable.
If we're talking about the unit I expect to see most be a mainstay staple of cheese, it's Adelburn and Exiles. If we're talking about the unit that I think is good potentially to you, the unit that I think people are underrating as far as its ability to wreck things is the Gen Con Raylan.
Oh, okay.
I think that one's a bit underrated right now from what I've seen.
Yeah.
It's a unit you absolutely have to respect in certain matchups.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cheese viable, but I think if I had to pick a like dark horse, that would be my pick.
Okay. I can see that.
Thanks for the
Which
question,
I-
Subatomic Monk.
Yep. No, that's a good question.
Yeah, and I mean that's all the stuff that we've seen. There might be other stuff down the road that might be even more cheese viable. But yeah, as far as I'm trying to think, if there's anything else. I guess I could maybe see something like Scavarith or Hellforge making an appearance in certain metas.
Yeah.
Because Hellforge, if you're thinking that, hey, maybe there's going to be a bunch of rats in Q9, maybe I want to bring Hellforge.
That's fair, yeah.
What else do I think has a chance? I think Ordo are missing a piece, but the problem is that Ordo just hate Q9, Ordo hate Krav, and those units will show up in cheese units. So
Yeah.
I think it's just too hard to do things with Ordo.
It'll be interesting
easy
to
to
see
just
what the
add
Gallery
Krav.
Kraken build does.
It's gonna be okay. It'll be probably one of the better builds in Contemporary, at least from what we've seen.
Well, it's definitely going to be the fastest build.
It's got some legs. I think in
You mean
in
tentacles?
kind of like cheese meta, it's just worse.
She's not good enough, right?
It's worse than basically every other melee squad that's top tier.
Yeah, it just dies to any other melee.
Yeah, and it's not that great. And it's not that much better into range.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
It's... Yeah, I could see it giving some ranged armies
it's probably
a challenge,
honestly,
but not necessarily being favored.
It's probably fine into stingers. Like stingers would probably be a problem for it.
Okay, yeah.
But just because stingers have such a short window of range that they can basically be on top of the stingers after they do that first
Yeah.
wave. Something like Fourth Master,
Like, yeah,
especially
wait them
10th,
fire, you're just like,
Fourth
it's
Master,
fine.
but 10th will especially be bad for them because they they have the bonus to melee. So yeah.
Yeah,
Gallery
that's right.
There's definitely have some interesting plays and a lot of stuff. I do think that Scions are also a touch underrated, just because I do think that. Oh, was that a 3 skull blocked by a 3 shield?
Yeah.
Crap.
No, that was big.
And so the same
So
number of
still-
Granites and the same number of Gladiatrons. That's.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got to say real quick, just like as far as strategy goes. So, and I'll try to verbalize this well for the people watching. So you've got the big tree, you've got the granite that's hanging out on like the bottom of that, and Dunedain has double engaged it from low ground, and he's lost a few figures to it already. I don't agree with that. I'd say just like stand back and let that granite move off of that spot and come to you, because right now he's giving it 5 dice for its attack.
Is he able to get height with which map is this?
So he does have height with the Blastatron on the single hex raised there, so he can do that, but he's been trying that for a while and it has not been working. I think he's lost at least 2 Gladiatrons to that spot.
So what, 4 attack dice into that?
Let's see, yeah, that'd be, I guess that would be 5 because he's swung another Glad around so now it's triple engaged.
5v5
So it should work.
Should kill him. But who knows?
Dookie says that Buzzy's got this. I believe it. Except I also don't. But
It's like
it could happen.
Warden could, like, if he gets through all the Gladiatrons, Blastatrons may not have enough oomph to finish off Warden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
1d6 is
Marcu,
tough.
like if
bigger
Warden
issue,
can even
though,
get it.
is that there's only about 12 minutes left in the round, and
Oh,
if this
okay.
goes to time,
When he lost to that
I
Guardian.
think Dunedain has more things rolling around.
Yeah, the points are classic.
He lost another granite. I think he's going to end up
Thank
going to Dunedain.
Yeah, the way he's
Rangers
looking
from
right
the
now.
north.
Wait,
Like,
is he taking a turn with Warden?
oh, he is.
Interesting.
I honestly think that's probably because he thought all the Granite Guardians were
Probably, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of firepower left for the Trons. But yeah, like if he can get it down to just Blastatron, I don't know. Do you think Marcu? How many Blastatrons can Marcu solo?
He could solo a number, but the problem is that Blastatrons are fine shooting into Marcu. It's Warden that's the
fair.
problem,
Yeah, okay,
because
yeah,
Warden's
yeah.
got 6 defense.
That's true.
Marcu can't heal off of Blastatron, so as they pick
Yeah,
him
yeah.
up,
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
it doesn't work on Soulburns.
Life Drain totally works on Soulworks.
Chilling Touch does not.
Chilling Touch doesn't?
Yeah.
Life Drain totally works on Soulworks. Does it make sense? You tell me.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Look, zombies can turn Soulworks into zombies. So.
It's true. It's true. Life Drain just doesn't work on destructible objects, but it works on fire, it works on water, it works on air.
It works
Good
on
life.
it works on a literal rock.
Yep.
The Warden, I think Warden popped the Gladiatron.
Looks like it, yeah.
Hello.
Hey!
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
I haven't speak.
I know what you mean.
I haven't spoken to you yet today.
Yes, the other Sam.
Yes, exactly. How's your day been so far?
Not too bad.
Are you playing Hydra?
I am.
Okay, what are you playing?
Fighters Text 4 and Praxis.
Nice.
Yep. Basically, it was like, I told my teammates, hey, what do y'all want to play? Cool, I'll figure out something that covers the weaknesses.
That's fair.
And it's worked well so far. Team's 2-1.
Yeah.
Nice. We are 1-2. We have lost the games I've won, and we have won the games I've lost.
So lose more.
Both of the games,
Yeah.
both of the games that I have won, Cutters soloed the army and Rex just sat and started
So, Sam, we do have a little bit of glitching happening again.
A little bit of what?
Glitching.
Nice. Oh, I see that right
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the nature of a key.
And I'm like, I think I know what button you clicked to fix that, but also I don't want to try.
That's fair. If it's not that bad right now, let's just leave it for
Don't
a
worry
second.
about it. Okay.
And I will mess with it a little bit later. The most reliable way to fix it is to lower it to 720p, and it just looks so much worse.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, we're 1080 right now.
Does he have... I see one Guardian. Where's the other Granite?
Or wait, sorry, hang on. I think I just went too far. Oh, I did the wrong... Hang on. It's 10 Glads. I'm supposed to take off one of these guys.
I'm gonna just disrupt the entire stream right now. But look, I set it up so when it's paused, you just like look at and see the entire room. So that you can just like
I did not consent to
Not quite
this.
So, can we turn it back?
yeah, you can turn it back.
Which one do we do? Just do it this way.
Which one is it?
Right there.
What
Or just do it
happens?
manually.
Okay.
Oh, Marcu. Marcu decided to
Oh,
come
Marcu's
out.
out. Okay.
Problem is, like, okay, Marcu killed something.
No, I think one of his guys died, not Marcu.
Let's see.
Oh my gosh, it's so many. It's so many.
So
people.
much attack.
It's, I,
He's
like,
like, and Marcu will die.
it's not guaranteed to die, but boy, is that. It'll be weird if he survives it.
Right. Let's see. 5 skulls.
4.
That don't count.
Hey, is that a skull?
I don't know. Oh, he's at, yeah, so he took 5 wounds there.
5 wounds. Okay.
It's the end of Marcu.
Hey, there goes Marcu.
And then being Warden, because why not?
Yeah, why not? It could work.
I mean, Darren in his game managed to kill Warden with a trample stomp and a grenade from an airborne.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually hilarious.
And Warden did just take 1 wound from a blank, so
Yeah, that's
As
the
happens.
thing. Warden can definitely tank stuff, but he also might not. He's only got 2 lives, so yeah, this is gonna be a.
yeah, this is Dunedain's game to lose.
He's got what, 1 life Warden left?
1 life Warden, and that's it.
Yeah, so.
Or sorry, wait, was there? No, he got the last Guardian. I didn't mark that.
Yeah, so he's not throwing a bunch of dice. GG's.
That's it.
All right.
Dunedain takes it. Glad Blast defeats the Guardians.
And as I am pasting these in, I think this is Doc's game to win. I'm sorry, Heroes of the Scape. I enjoy talking with you. You're a good person, but I think this is... Sorry, Doc's game to lose is how the phrase actually goes. But yeah, this is such a good game for Doc. I feel like there could be crazy Yeah, Delta Q9 rats. Yeah, so like I think part of it is I believe that this oh geez, words. Oh, this is a bad sign if I'm already losing my words this early into the weekend. But I think the point total and figure limit is just working out really well for Q9 rats because I've seen many teams running this. In fact, one sec, let me count. I'm curious on this. How many are running Major Q9 rats? 1, 2... Just 2? There's got to be more than 2. I'm certain I've seen more than 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. They were just lower. Okay, so at least 6 people or 6 teams are running Major Q9 rats. So, yeah, this would be an unreal upset for drones. LOL. Yeah, right. Like you need to roll so many 20s and have things work out. But like this is perfect for Q9 rats. Just hang out, let the drones engage, shoot them up. You do need to kill the hive at some point, right? But let's see, 5 squads of drones. If Heroes of the Scape was able to have 6 squads of drones, maybe. I don't know why exactly that is what would convince me, but I think that's where you've got a little bit better staying power, a little bit better offensive power, a little bit better, like, you can revive enough with the hive at that point, but I mean, like, that's where I'm saying maybe. With 5 squads, I'm just unfortunately not seeing it. There's that D20 is fun to watch roll across the screen though. That's awesome. And he just reached inside there. If he does that again, I'll tell him about the little latch thingy that he can push to get that out of there so we don't need the close up on his hand. but it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. I should pull up actually real quick while we've got a second the drone card because I do not remember D20 cutoffs. So let me pull that up so that I know where those cutoffs are. He just rolled a 15, so that's going to be 6 drones. To do the 9 drones, he needs a 17 or higher. Okay. So he just needs to roll a 17 or higher 17 times in a row. And then, and then he's got the game. Let's see, Doc put so many Deathreavers around that glyph. On, Maniglodin on D20 plus 2. I mean, I guess he really doesn't want the drones to get that. That's fair, honestly, that's fair. Really protect it. I wonder what does he do with Q9 though, actually? Because he doesn't, he moved so many off to the side. Is he just gonna let Q9 take attacks from the drones? Because if he does, he's really opening himself up to variants. Granted, I won't pretend to be the best Deathreavers player, because I'm not. Alright, so running down there, checking some line of sight, didn't have it. Let's see, where do you go with Q9 here? So if he goes there, he's looking like he's opting for just 1 target with Queglix. I mean, they're 3v4s, so that's maybe fair. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. Move across the river so that you're hiding behind a couple Deathreavers, and then you can take some shots through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it had to be 1 attack of 4. 16! Oh, he was one off of that, 17 or higher. So close. But still, 6 drones per turn. Like, if you're constantly activating 6 drones per turn, that's decent, right? Like, that's not a bad spot to be in. That could give you an edge into this matchup. Again, I don't think it's favored, but partially because, like, you're not actually realistically activating 6 drones a turn with huge frequency. In fact, what's the cutoff? So 13 or higher. Well, 13 to 16 for 6 drones. So 1 to 12. Yeah. But I mean, that could happen. Variance can happen. Oh, and he's going straight for Q9. Actually, I don't hate that. I do not mind going, like, you know, jumping into the water and trying to kill Q9 there, because you're going to need a big swing to win. Now, what I don't love is going for some additional Deathreaver attacks on top of that. I think if you're going to go for Q9, maybe just ignore the Deathreavers, or try to. How reasonably can you? Yeah, maybe you can't do that, actually, as I say that. Maybe you do have to just try to kill the Deathreavers when you've got the chance. But, like, you know, when you're playing into this matchup and you're not favored to win it, like, you just got to play to whatever big swings can win the game for you. And you know what can win the game? Putting a wound or 2 on Q9 right now, right? And then if he's able to do that again, boom. You got it. And that's 3 skulls. And that's 1 shield, so that's a wound on Q9. So that helps. That works. Alright, 1 sec. I'm going to run over and tell them that they can just press a latch to let those dice out. Oops. I'm bumping stuff. All right, so a wound on Q9. Hey, we're going places. Just need to do that 3 more times. But no other deaths, right? Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like any Deathreavers were killed. So probably still going to be a little bit of a struggle bus for those drones. But hey, initiative switch. Win initiative. Attack with that drone again. Get the 3 for 3 again, and then just have Q9 blank, and it's easy. And hey, Heroes gets the switch. And he put the order marker on the drones too, so that he could activate the one that's far up. Oh, that is perfect. Yes, I love this big brain play. Granted, he only rolled a 5, but that's okay, because he just needs to activate the 1. Because he's just gonna do the 1, and he's gonna kill Q9, and Doc's gonna be like, oh, it's those Zedian Deathwings all over again. Can he get another? Is that a 3 for 3? Is that 2 more? Okay, just 1 more wound. Okay. That symbol looks like a skull. But 2 wounds on Q9, that is amazing. Uh-oh, something happened with the dice tray there, looks like. That's okay, I won't worry about it quite yet. I'll let them... Is dice too big to slide on? It's fine. But man, 2 wounds on Q9, this is so great, and I feel so bad that it probably still won't quite work out. Looks like they got it. Okay. If they still struggle with it, I'll run over and I'll... I can mess with the thing. Alright, cool. Sorry, I was just pulling something up on the other monitor there. Alright, so let's see if Heroes of the Escape can do this. I'm very curious in this game now. Doc's got to keep that other drone from moving in too, right? Yeah, he's got to put it right in that area. It's like, that's the thing. Heroes had such a good window. Had 2 really good attacks into Q9, but just did not work. And now Deathreavers are killing stuff. I think Doc broke something with his little dice thing, and that's why he keeps rolling in there, but that's okay. 16! Hey, he did not get a 9 activation. Can Q9 range to Manix load in? Reavers with kills? Yeah, no, Reavers can get kills, turns out. I've seen Deathreavers do a lot. Can you range Manic load in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can range it with his normal attack. Oh, hang on. I did not realize that this other monitor was not muted. Okay, there we go. I was hearing myself come out of another monitor, and I did not love it. But yeah, so he can range Manic Loden. Actually, so Doc did not need to worry about killing the Marro drone next to Q9 this turn because it's out of range of the Hive. Which is pretty cool. You know, good to notice. Let's see. Oh, I need to update the drone deaths. 2 drones dead. And 1 Reaver dead. Ooh, nice attack. You know, Heroes dice have been good. Like, especially his attacks there, right? Like, he's gotten, I think, 2s and 3s a lot. Especially where he's wanted them. He just really wishes he could have activated that drone next to Q9. But, like, yeah, solid dice for sure. Alright, making another attack on a Reaver. Okay, just 1 skull that time, and that's a block. Doing some scatter madness. Now it's good that Heroes is like marking which guys he moved. That's very helpful because, man, taking a turn with 6 melee figures into Deathreavers with scatter, that's a lot. That is a lot. And no Hive rebirth. So, one thing I'm looking at, noticing, want to talk about, because, you know, part of my job is to find things to talk about. So, interesting, I think, how Doc is using his rats more aggressively. Instead of just keeping them clumped around Q9, he's going out with them more. He's taking more proactive engagements, choosing where he wants to lock down the drones, and taking the high ground, right? Like taking spots, especially a lot of those isolated perches where the drones will be forced to attack up. So, you know, and obviously Doc is a good player. Let's see, kills the pesky drone that's in a precarious spot. But so Doc's a great player. I'm just basically guessing what's going on in his mind right now. Oof, another kill. Reaver's getting kills. Like, sorry, I wasn't too surprised at first. I'm like, yeah, Reavers can get kills. They've now killed 4 drones. Did they kill a 5th? They kill a 5th drone. Holy cow! So. Yeah, Reavers can get kills. Reavers don't always get this many kills, but hey, you know, it happens. But, so I like that Doc is going out. He's looking for those proactive engagements, those places where he wants to be. That is the 3rd time that Heroes has rolled a 16 for that drone ability, which, you know, bright side, he's activating 6 figures a lot. Less bright side, he's not getting that 9-figure activation that he wants, but anyway, sorry, I'm squirreling a good amount, but that's just fine. It's just fine. Anyway, so if the drones want to attack up into some of those stronger Deathreavers, that's a 3v5, right? Not very good. And the Deathreavers with 2v3s have a chance to attack Marro. Now that said, okay, so Heroes, I thought he was going for that disengagement attack into Q9. I think it's worth it, personally. Honestly, I think it's worth it. That's your win condition. You need to kill Q9. I'd say go for it. It's just a 50% chance. Like go for the kill. Absolutely go for the kill. Because if you're fighting Deathreavers, you're gonna lose, I think. But anyway, sorry. Again, squirrel. So using the Deathreavers more proactively, I think a lot of players might try to be like too defensive. But something that I know Doc says a lot is that he rarely regrets an order marker on the Deathreavers. Meaning, like, not just for defense, but also, like, he can get the kills at points. But also, like, continually adapting your screen. Like, Q9, yes, is your win condition long term, but it's totally fine to take those attacks with Deathreavers or to reposition them, move them up into better positions, make sure that they're in spots where the drones cannot get, not even just height, but like if you can afford it, even ground attacks, like is just great. And it's okay if there's a couple, because again, like we'll see right here, you can just scatter away from the melee range, right? Like that's fine. And you'll see even, like, yeah, he's just pushing that screen up. I think he's also trying to make a little bit more of a safe space for Q9 to move up onto eventually. Ooh, got a good kill there. Got one of the 3v5s to go through. But yeah, so I think that's kind of like, you know, he's playing actively with the Deathreavers, and I think a lot of people try to go passive, you know, they just move up maybe a couple squads, or, you know, like 1.5 squads, you know, they kind of take a couple spots and then they're just like, okay, I'm going all in on Q9 now. But here, Doc is like, no, Deathreavers are a big part of my army, and I'm going to be using them a lot, and I'm going to make sure that Q9 is fine. So now Q9's moving up, taking a shot, killing a drone, at least one drone. I've not been updating the kills. I need to update that, I'm realizing. That's okay, I'll do it after this round of attacks. That's 2 kills so far. Is that a third? That is a 3rd kill. So that is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drones down. Oh, hey, hang on. I did have them updated. Never mind. I'm fine. Deathreavers, though, I do need to update. So I'd only missed 1 turn from Heroes attacking. look at the points remaining. 180 points versus 326 points. Granted, like we mentioned, this is not Delta, but how awesome! I don't know. I just think that's hilarious. That in fact, just for never mind. I'm not going to mess with stuff right now. But you know how off those points are and how much I'm still like, yeah, this is Doc's game to lose. I will say 2 life Q9 that is prone to accidents, or not even accidents, just like big swings, but I don't think Heroes has been. I really think he should have taken that disengagement attack earlier to go for Q9. Like, he needs to go for any attack on Q9 he can. Because if he can get it down to just just down to the Deathreavers, that's when he can, potentially outpace with the Hive, even though we've seen that Deathreavers can get kills. He can potentially outpace with the Hive there, but he needs to get that Q9 kill. Also, actually, so back on the note of like playing more actively with your screen, I think Doc would be doing that anyway, but also important to note, which you guys probably already thought about, like, come on, Big Ed, is obviously also he has to play aggressively because of the Hive. You know, there is a win condition for Heroes as well, which is to have the Hive rebirth a bunch of drones, but, you know, it's okay. It's crazy that Standard says drones are winning. I know, right? Like, not even just winning, but winning by 146.6 points. Like, that's how much up the drones are, and it's still... And we're still just like, yeah, Deathreavers got this. No, it is crazy. And it's great that we live in a world that has Delta for this. But no, I really want Heroes to go for some more aggressive plays. And I'm sure he's thinking like, and not that you should go for any disengage he ever can. If it's just one disengage to get to Q9, I think it's always going to be worth it. You see, Doc is actually being very careful to make sure that drones cannot get to Q9 at this point. Granted, at any point too, right? But, like, especially with 2 lives, again, that's just a fluke away. And if you're Heroes, you just want that fluke. You just want that one thing to go right for you. See, has he been trying the Hive? You mean like trying the rebirth? I've seen him roll for it. Yes. Yeah. He's been trying to rebirth. He's also, honestly, it's only been a couple turns that he's been able to use it. Obviously, more than a couple. It hasn't been very many turns to try to use it because these drones have been dropping very quickly over the last few turns. It's just the turns are taking a little bit longer because he keeps activating a good amount of drones. But yeah, he's been rolling for it. He's pretty sure. He might have forgotten once, but I have seen him rolling for it. All right, hey, got a Deathreaver kill, so that's good. It's going to be the only one, so let me go ahead and mark that real quick. And hey, we're down a squad of Deathreavers. Hey, 13. That's a rebirth drone, right? Yep. See, there we go. There's a rebirth, which actually means this makes my job more difficult because now I have to keep track of when cards come back on the board. Oh no, it's so hard for me to type in a number because Sam made this very easy for me, actually. But also, thanks, Sam. Woof, big blank, holy cow. And just like that, that drone is gone again. Well, not the same one, obviously, but... But yeah, Doc's just continuing his march across the board. Heroes is looking for anything that he can get to happen. Can that drone by the ruin, can that go around the ruin to get to Q9? Because if so, that's huge. And I don't think Doc would leave that open. I wonder if there's a Deathreaver hiding there. Hang on, how many Deathreavers on the board? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. There's a Deathreaver hiding behind that ruin there. Could he still get there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think he can get there move-wise. That would be multiple disengagement attacks, so maybe probably not worth it. Yeah, again, 1 disengagement attack to attack Q9. I think you go for that any chance you got. Oh, he is letting Deathreavers get height on him a lot too, which it's tough to fully avoid, but I think you could avoid it a little bit more. But anyway, that's okay. Sorry, I keep going between multiple dots. Okay, so if there's only 1 disengagement or LEA to get to Q9, take it. If there's 2, at this point I think I'd still take it. Maybe more out of desperation. 3, no. That's too much. Just attack Deathreavers at that point. But yeah, I don't know, it's a tough matchup anyway. Alright, so Q9 looking to get more attacks in. Looks like he's going for the Marro drone behind the ruin. Making some attacks here. Shields! Gotta love those shields. Alright, that's a dead drone. Do we have 1 more attack there? Oh man, 2 drones down. Holy stink. Yeah, this is not looking pretty. Only 4 drones left on the board. You can't even get the full 6 activations now. So again, I'm guessing, especially with the teams, both of these teams are very, very good. Got very solid players. So you got Heroes, and then his teammates are Dysel and Orange Mailman. And then Doc's teammates are Ken and someone. I don't think it's Doc's son. No, it should be Doc's son, right? Ken, Matthias, and then Chris Perkins. So anyway, they're very good teams. I kind of, again, the last game, I was hypothesizing. I wonder if this is a loss, basically, where they're like, hey, drones into Q9 and Deathreavers, you probably have no chance. Go try, and we will hope for you and pray for you, and we will probably be unsurprised when it does not go well. Okay, but Oathbound Legionnaires. Now that Q9 is closer, Oathbound Legionnaires have disengage. So, this could happen. Are any close enough to get to Q9? Nah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Okay, so that's a problem. Hey, 220s, nice. Alright, Doc wins the initiative. So, yeah, I think the window's gone. I mean, there's with disengage in play, there's always a chance that you can get to Q9 a little bit easier. I almost wonder if, like, leading Oathbound is the strat. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. No, Stock can just too easily go very defensive and just totally block off routes. And the timing is tough, but you know, you do just want your Oathbound to be able to come in and just like get through whatever remains of the screen and get to Q9 and hopefully finish him off. And that's just not going to happen here. One dead Oathbound, and then 3 skulls. Hey, 3 skulls, like you do. Yeah, that's not great. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, wait, hang on. At least one of them can get adjacent to Q9, so you gotta go for that attack. Yep, there you go. And then the other one, it'd be nice if you could get around that rat that's hiding behind the ruin to attack Q9, but yeah, you just can't. And if you attack a rat, then the rats just totally block off the rest. It's just not great. Yo!
Oh, how's it going?
It's going well.
Still flickering semi-consistently?
Yeah. It's not as bad as it was, but yeah, it just happens every once in a while. Can't believe this Heroes of Escape guy, he's been up on points the whole time, but he just keeps losing.
Actually up on points or up in classic points?
The shown classic points. We were making fun of that because it's like he had, I think, like 200 more points. And we're like, yeah, and Doc still wins.
So he actually is down in Delta points. So Doc has 260 Delta, and then Heroes has 283 Delta.
Oh, that's actually still closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
Delta.
no, it is still pretty close.
But I just thought it was funny how, like, just, you know, the classic balance.
Q9 Reavers, nice. Oh, he hit Q9, nice. What did he hit him with?
So he just was able to get a drone, like, into the water while Q9 was in the start zone and to attack up twice.
And he did damage attacking up on Q9 twice?
I think he got 3 skulls both times, and Q9 just, like, blocked all but one both times.
But to no avail.
Yeah, to no avail, and then he had a chance to take a leaving engagement a couple times to go at Q9 again, which I think he should have done, but he didn't.
Yeah. I always take the leaving engagements and always bites me. But I'll never stop. Who is Subatomic Monk?
I'm not sure. They've been talking a lot, so I've been appreciative of them, but...
Oh, it pulls the text out of the gold Gentong dice.
That's funny. I hadn't realized that.
Quick question.
Yes.
When I set this up, do you want to have it be you press this button to make it so only player 1 shows, or do you want to have it be press this button to make player 1 turn off? Which would be more intuitive for you? So like Doc keeps leaving his dice in, would you rather have it be press that to turn Docs off, or press that to make it so it's only Docs?
I'd say off.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's more intuitive.
Okay. That's how I have it. Right now it's P1 off, but
okay.
I wasn't sure if that would actually be intuitive for people or not.
Doc also just keeps like full reaching his hand in there, even though like I showed him the lever and stuff. And like you can just use the lever, and it's like, oh cool, and then he'll like was reaching in. So sometimes he'll remember the lever, but like half the time he's just reaching in and grabbing the dice.
That's fair. The only thing from a hardware perspective that I did not finish with those dice pulls that I really wish I had time to finish is the funnel that you pour the dice in is just a little smaller than I would like it to be. I wanted to make the funnel bigger so that you could just kind of like throw the dice in.
Like roll like 9 dice and go.
Yeah, you kind of have to like drop the dice in, and like where you have to put it in is only like that big. Which for people like Doc who always use cups and use larger bowls, it's probably a little bit more annoying for them. But if it works out well and we keep it for next year, I'm gonna print a larger funnel because that is a modular part. We just pop it off and pop a new one on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I think it's working great. So I hope it sticks around for next year.
I hope so too.
Because the people in the chat have really liked it.
That's good
for sure. 3/3 symbols was a crazy roll. Useless but still crit, right? Don't you love it when you get those useless but crazy rolls?
Yeah. I actually just had that. I got 1 shield and 5 blanks on a Hydra defense roll.
Man, that is
and I only needed 1 shield. So
hey, there you go.
So I still it was a successful roll
got
too.
It. I miss. Oh, okay. And I got an update. This real quick.
That's another problem that I need to fix, that I'll be fixing tonight when I fix everything else. But I don't want it to have the 0.6. I want it to round up to the nearest single number.
Oh, okay.
Is that mine?
Thank you so much. I'm sorry.
Why don't I get it?
I do. Those? Yes, I do. I actually, sorry, yeah.
Yours is coming up next.
I get hand delivery?
Yeah. Do you have one?
I don't have one. Thank you. Don't want one either, but...
Don't want one? You don't want a Dragoon?
No, I do, but I have very little actual Scape right now because anytime I play, Isaac's there, and I just borrow everything from Isaac because he has like 2 full collections, and buying things seems pointless at that point.
That's my brother.
Why does he not come?
He doesn't play that much.
Sure.
Like, he's actually I hate it. I took him to Scape Summit in Utah, and last year.
You live in Utah.
Yeah, I live in Utah. I played in like I think 4 events, and I struggled to go 50-50 on my win-loss.
Yes,
and my brother, and my brother played like 2 tournaments, like made it to the finals of the first one he played. It's like just casually doing better than me. I'm like, come on.
That's fair. Do you get your ticket comped for doing all the streaming stuff?
Yeah.
Nice. I was gonna say, it'd be kind of actually feels bad if you don't get to play 80% of the rounds.
It makes it better. Like I really enjoy the streaming, but if I was also paying full price for it, I'd be like,
I mean, because you already have to pay just to get here. Like,
yeah.
Do you stay with someone else in the hotel or?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm staying with a Roguescaper this time.
Nice. Are they a Utah person or no?
No. I want to get a group of the Utah guys up. I think that'd be fun. But they're going to Gen Con this year.
The worst of the 2 events.
Oh, right? Like, why are you choosing Gen Con?
Oh, he used the lever.
It's about 50-50. I don't know.
That's why I made it bright red on the contrast to the black. So I made the funnel red and I made the lever red because they're the only things you need to touch, and then I made everything else black. So it's like obvious.
Oh,
like
there you go. That's actually the smart. Is there a way? This is more long term, but like, is there a way when they push the switch and you see like the black stuff from the bottom?
There probably is, but not something that's simple
not like
enough
right now.
Yeah, exactly. Not something that's simple enough that could get set up this event.
Because that's something that I hadn't even thought of until I started seeing it a lot. I'm like, okay, there's...
It would probably involve setting up some sort of extra electronic switch inside of the dice bowl so that, like, when you're pressing the lever, it actually turns off that camera in OBS and then turns it back on when you're done touching the lever.
Oh,
it would probably be... Like, I don't think it's something I could do in software. I think it's something I'd have to do in hardware. Thank you.
Welcome.
Does everyone get one of these glasses?
Yeah.
These are sick.
Yeah.
Right?
What if I don't drink?
You can drink water.
Dr. Pepper. Nice.
I don't like Dr. Pepper. We've had this conversation.
We have had this conversation. We'll have it again. Oh, yeah, nice. Oh, nice. Will this see any play from anyone? That's a great question.
Mr. Winchu. Hey, I've actually got that guy. 13.
Is my Alistair card in here? So what is this?
Alistair?
What is this treasure cliff? Oh, is this okay? This is an official thing.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot about that, but yeah.
Why do I get 2 sets of? Are these official order markers? Like, are these?
Yep, those are from the Valkyrie trials as well. Valkyrie trials.
What is this?
Those are. Oh, those are for Don Ramon.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. My Don Ramon card is scratched.
Is it?
It is. I'm gonna have to talk to Ryan about that.
Yeah, man.
Goodness gracious.
Get a refund. Full ticket refund.
I'm gonna bring that to Mike and he'll yell at me. Mike, I know you told me to only bring the important stuff to you.
Well,
so.
no, because everybody else's questions are going to you, so you
That's
get
true.
to
So
be
I get to funnel
him.
them exactly. Except if I decide to do that, actual funnel everything to him, and then I will get taken off of that job. So.
Attack on Q9, not successful.
I have. This is it.
Popping back to the game real quick so that those watching don't think we've forgotten them. Doc is still winning. Alright, so. We've got, there was the attack on Q9. That could have done something, but unfortunately did not. I still think, like, if he gets a chance to leave engagement with the drone and attack Q9 again, absolutely. Or if the drone that's engaged gets to attack Q9 again, absolutely too, right? I can see in Doc's trying to block that off because he knows that that's what heroes should go for. Going for some drone kills. Oof, Heroes has blanked a few times. Oh man, this blanked a lot of those defense rolls against Deathreavers. Alright, that one's safe though. And good news is he's got another attack on Q9, so go! 3 skulls! No. 1 skull! More than 1 shield. Deathreaver gets a Deathreaver kill though, so that's working. Yep, there's a drone adjacent to Q9.
Hey Sam,
Just blank, yeah.
is there going to be a 5th round for 3-headed Hydra or no?
Are you asking me if there's going to be one or if I'm going to play one?
No, will there be one in general?
Do you think I know what's going on?
They told me all questions.
Yeah, questions go to you.
Alright, give me 1 second here. I got this.
Are they?
Okay,
Do you know
thank
if they're going to like till there's an
I'll check
undefeated?
back in a couple minutes.
No, I got this right
okay,
now. Are
okay.
you ready?
Right
Yes,
now
I'm
there are
ready.
3 undefeateds.
There will be an additional round.
Okay, thank you.
I guess I didn't need to look it up. I could have just
You could have just
just
said
made
like,
something up.
You said,
I don't
like,
think Mike thinks that I'm going to be serious about
just
this.
decide if you want it there to be another round, and then you get to say,
Exactly. I'm in charge now.
yeah.
I am ScapeCon God, as the kids say. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out something to get rid of those visual glitches tonight, because that is, like, it's not that bad, but it's annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. would it be, so for the, actually, okay, I don't know if this is possible, but so like where I've got the kind of translucent background here just to make the white stand out a little bit more, can we do that with this text as well, or is that
So
just more of a pain than it's worth?
you will. So I can't. I tried to build it into. That's annoying. I tried to build that into. I tried to build it into software. It is possible. It's complicated enough that I couldn't figure it out before we get here. That being said, you could do it on a game-by-game basis, and you could probably just...
Oh, like resize?
Correct. You would probably just put in a little transparent thing, and then literally just drag it down to be as long as the army every single game.
Oh, okay.
So it wouldn't be automatic, like I'd desire it to be eventually, but it would at least be something for this weekend. That would be better than we're right now.
Right. Okay, maybe I'll look into that.
But you probably can literally just make one of these boxes, not put text into it, and then resize it to be that size, and then just literally drag it to make it longer.
That works, yeah.
Every single time
I'll
it needs to
probably
be
just
longer.
do that.
But that is one of the things on my short list of things I want to improve for next year. Is I want to either have a border to the text or have a translucent background to it. Well, actually, I just thought of one thing I didn't even try. No, it don't work. Okay, yeah. Is that a little sharper now?
Yeah, but it also now has like a grid.
Oh, nice. I don't know what I had it set to before. Set to 80. Yeah, no, that might be the best step with the short term, but that is one of the things on my short list to fix for next year.
Okay.
Oh my. I'm going to go get some of my stuff and put it in my room, because otherwise I will not do it at all tonight. And dang it.
Fair.
Can I leave this all stacked? No, I'm going to... That'll be some of the stuff. That makes sense. That's logic, kind of.
That is logic, yeah. I accept that logic. That was close.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah. No worries, guys. Sam is just trying to break one of the monitors. It's fine. All right, let's see. What is going on here? We've got a box on the board. They're cleaning up. Yeah, they're cleaning up. All right, so yeah, that is game. Sorry for the lack of commentary there. Just wanted to get some things cleared up with Sam while he was around and he was taking a look at a couple of things. But also, honestly, the rest of the game from there was just, hey, Q9, shoot the hive until we win. I was paying enough attention to just see that was the winning strat. So, congratulations to Doc on the win. It was tough fight for Heroes there, and I think there's a couple spots where I would have played a little bit riskier just to try to get Q9 down, but other than those couple spots, really, I think Heroes did a good job. He was trying to do what he needed to do, so...
What is that, a roll? I didn't see what the D20 was.
I'm assuming it's less than an 18, though.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see the 18, yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize the overlay was like this with the dice.
No,
it's cool.
It's really neat. Yeah,
Green screen's pretty sweet.
It's a really cool idea. I do think if you're Nathan, I think both players did not want to go first this round.
Absolutely. It's really rare to actually want to go first.
I think you want to go first if you want to get to a spot before everyone else.
Or if there's a really important glyph.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the time it's not great because you have the first opportunity to get in and it switch, which is not good.
Yeah. I expect Nathan to play this nice, slow, and cautiously. How much time is left in the round? You can see it and I can't. Can't you see through there and I can't?
I can't, but I can pull up on my phone.
Well, fine.
I see 64 minutes. I have 60 minutes left in the round. So, about an hour.
I can do that.
Nathan is not the fastest player, but I don't feel like he's ever that slow. Kevin is not slow.
I don't think this is a game that I will be surprised if it takes an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think that if this was a reverse the whip, Nathan would take longer on that. I did play a very long reverse the whip game against him. It was very brutal. I had he took my Nikita and he smoke powdered with her 5 times in a row. It was very annoying. All right,
Okay, so Kevin notably not putting an OM on Raylan at least turn 1, which is interesting.
He's not moving to within range of is Nathan gonna? I wonder if he's trying to force Nathan to have to play in Raylan's aura, and Nathan's just gonna stay out of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Nathan, if Kevin's just going to play it super slow, which is totally reasonable, you have no reason to just at that point you just start developing your entire army.
I will be right back.
No worries.
This is a bad idea. I'm gonna squeeze out 3 resurrection.
All right.
I was like, I could do this, but that's just asking to have everything come falling down. And no.
So, just because I see in the live stream chat, these are on the right side. These are the Mohican River tribe. It is.
Okay, we're back at Dinosaur Story.
It is interesting that Kevin didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I can just scoot over actually. Well, yeah, it's perfect. It is interesting. Kevin actually is allowing Nathan an attack here if he wants it. Oh, never mind. He's out of range. Never mind. Because he has this one TSA out down on the south side of the map from our perspective. It's out of
Is it Oh wow, he's got
okay, that's a dead TSA. I will say Skywell has these really cool dice. He custom made. This whole army is just totally custom. He's repainted all the Tagawa Samurai archers. He's got these really cool dice. I don't know how well they're going to show up on stream. I'm going to wait to see a little bit more because I might run and ask him to use different dice so that they can be seen.
No, yeah, I get it.
We'll see. I don't know how visible that was for everyone.
I saw things.
I saw symbols, but the colors didn't seem that different to me. But
Got different dice.
oh, okay, he's already on it.
I will say, I don't know if I'm ever going to be on the stream thing, but my dice might mess with people and they might ask me to change some things just because I have so many different types of dice and I roll them all at once.
Yeah, well, I think there's dice up there they want us to use.
If there's specific dice they want us to use,
there was last year. I don't know if that'll be the same this year or not. So
it's TSA versus versus Mohicans. Oh, sorry.
Cool. You're good. All right. So we got 1 kill on the TSA. They're gonna fire back here. This is 0-3 for. No, it's 0-2 for the.
But I think he has height.
He's gonna have height, so these are gonna be 2v2s.
Hi, Gordon.
Samantha. Titus.
Gordon.
How many people we have watching?
Enough. 2 at least.
2. Yeah.
There's at least 2 of us.
No, who's in on Twitch right now watching that?
I don't know if we have that
Can't
information.
even tell.
There's a way to tell, but I don't think the stuff that we have in front of us.
Bring up the
oh wait,
Twitch
there
client
it
on
is.
your
There
phone.
it is. There it is. That's how we find out.
You have chat? You're not interacting with chat?
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the chat. One of them is the the person that is streaming, Emery.
Yeah, one doesn't count.
So 5 people are
5
watching.
people in the chat. All right. Right on.
Okay, so we got 1 kill on the Mohicans. They missed. Okay, there's 2 dead Mohicans.
That's probably a better trade for Skywell, but
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Michigan are not happy with their pairings.
I'm not surprised.
They did not get good pairings.
No, they're not happy at all.
No, I mean, I do think that this was the optimal pairings for the Ashes.
Like, absolutely. They all have some play at least. It's not like none of them are like really bad.
Yeah, there's no auto losses.
I do think allowing Stingers into Band and TSA into Mohicans is not good.
Well, the Ashes got to decide the ban, right? So.
Well, I think they banned, and they banned the one thing that they needed to, which is the only bad matchup.
Right, and then the rest didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the thing is, I don't think, because, what was it? Did we say that none of them have a good matchup into Williams' build?
Yeah, the cutters, snipers, master.
So you basically have to, I think you basically have to do bans because that's your best option into them. And then at that point, it's like, okay, do we do Stingers into Mohicans or do we do Stingers into Band? And I think, no, not Stingers into Band, Stingers into, yeah, we do Stingers. No, but you can't do Stingers in. You have to do Stingers into Band because you can't do TSA into Band. So you have to do TSA into Mohicans. So yeah.
And yeah, the further away it is, the happier the Mohicans are. So you kind of you're turning your archers into a melee squad if you want to.
Well, and the thing that the reason why Nathan and them picked this map is because it's the map where Raylan kind of has to move to do things.
But it looks like Skywell's choosing to just like not move Raylan. He's just going to be playing on his one side of the map here.
Yeah.
I mean, it could work. He just needs to trade well into the Mohicans.
Pretty much.
But if he trades perfectly evenly, there's still a chance he loses because Brave Arrow and Mika can just beat Raylan and Hadamato. So he needs to be ahead on the trades at the end of the Mohicans.
Yeah,
to,
he basically
to have a good shot at winning.
Yeah,
it's not undoable, but it's.
But you basically, I feel like you need Raylan to do a lot of work, or Mika and Brave Arrow to just roll terribly.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, it's not like anyone in this chat has had a ridiculous endgame that they lost they should have won. Neither of us have had that happen ever.
I've never lost. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have not lost full life Krug, full life Raylan, full life Leviathan to 3 singular Knights of Blackguard. No, never.
I'm pretty sure that I also recently had a.
Let it go. Yeah.
It wasn't to the person sitting next to me.
Yeah,
either.
Of course not.
Well, I mean, didn't I swear that we had another game where that happened. When I was on the other end of that, where you. I swear we had something where like that happened where.
Online, or was it in person?
It might have been online. I feel like we haven't played in person in a long time.
Yeah. It's certainly possible.
Yeah, because I know there was a string where I was just losing to you like 3 times in a. It was like 3 or 4 times in a row. So.
If it's a Delta event, Nathan always brings Mika.
Really?
Yeah, she's local to us.
She's good. She's really good for more
We
value right
were
now.
like 3-0 versus 3-0 match or whatever it was, and he just kicked my rear end with Mika. I'm like, oh.
Mika has some. Mika's really solid in Delta.
In Delta, it's, yeah.
Are we supposed to be updating?
We should be. Yeah.
There's 3
How
dead.
come nothing's died?
There's 3 dead Mohicans and 2 dead TSA.
2 dead TSA. So can I do? Oh, I see what I do here. Okay, damage done. Do I just do 2? Yeah, I do 2.
There we go.
And then 3 Mohicans.
Calculates the points for you too. That's useless in a Delta event, but very cool.
Yeah.
It calculates the points.
Yeah, no, this is a really cool setup. That's.
But the numbers are awfully high.
Well,
so
it's because these are standard points, I think,
they're standard
and
points.
it's a Delta event. So it's just a little wonky, but
maybe
it is
it just
cool.
shows you to what value someone was getting by bringing
Yeah,
them, right?
which is
in a
cool.
regular match, these are like way overpriced. And
Yeah, well, TSA and Hadamato Taro are.
Exactly.
I will
Beacons are
definitely
pretty
need
on
to.
the nose.
Oh, I know what I did wrong. I know why it's doing this.
This is low power. Should we tell Taylor?
Yeah, someone should let Biga know. But let me see.
This is 10%. But what is this for?
So Sam Frost, who is at the convention, is busy commenting on a stream.
Does that not just sound like the most Sam Frost thing ever?
So Sam Frost.
But I mean, he was commenting to say he was gonna fix things. So
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
So responding. So it
He's allowed then too if he's gonna fix something.
looks like a nice initiative win for Nathan here.
Oh,
He avoided the init switch. Just postpones it, but it's.
I mean, if you have the init switch late enough, it ends up not mattering.
It's true. The issue was he had 2 Mohicans on these back 2 road hexes, not road hexes, rock hexes, and Skywell could have gotten 2 heighted attacks down, which would have been not what you want.
Yeah.
So at least this way he's got at least 1 even ground and a higher shot.
He's rolling so many dice.
I did TSA. I mean, it's Raylan defense.
3.
It's a nice kill.
That's
Now he really wants this kill. This is the most important attack. Roll.
2 is pretty good.
That's big because it keeps Skywell off of two dudes up there, which means he's going to be shooting up now with his last 2 attacks.
Yeah. No, I think Nathan's in a good spot for this.
Yeah. I will say I do like Skywell's keeping that 1 TSA down on the side because at least if Nathan ever goes for a Dagmar play, he's got a guy that can shoot at him first.
No, I agree.
Yeah. I don't think Nathan needs to.
Oh yeah, no, and
Certainly not now. And
well, it's
probably
also
not.
funny. Mana Glodin is actually pretty useful for Nathan,
But
there's no real reason for him to grab it.
exactly. If he could shoot like Raylan from there, it would be crazy. But,
Yeah,
or not.
but-
It would be good. But
yeah,
it's.
no reason to.
I feel like you only do that if maybe you're like down.
Yeah, you do it if you start taking if you need the
You need some
variance.
variance to go your way. Yeah.
1 isn't great.
Yeah, block it. Nathan's grabbing the dice. I don't think he realizes.
Instead of dropping
I don't think he realizes.
Don't tell
The
him.
Hand of Doom.
Yeah, keep making fun of Nathan. Don't let him know how this works. All right, I'm off to bed.
Good night.
Good night, Gordon. Oh, did he roll a natural 20 to block that with?
That's a really
with concealment?
Nice. That's a big concealment. Oh, also we've killed 2 more TSA who died. If you wanna update that.
4
you
total?
got it. You got it. Yeah,
Okay, I got it. Okay, cool. I did. I thought I marked it. So did he lose any Mohicans there?
None. Which is big. Which is really, really big.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That's a painful turn.
So the question is, like, if you're Nathan, do you push your advantage and take your 3 attacks with your 3 that are forward, or do you move that guy off of low ground, replace him effectively, and take 2 shots forward and 1 develops? Or do you take your 3 shots now that are all going to be even or height? Or actually, you could get 3 heighted shots here.
If I can get 3 heighted shots, there'd be 3v4s, right?
Yep.
I think I'd take that.
I think so too.
The odds of it paying off. So what the worst case is you kill nobody, and
Actually,
then
I think I do move the 1 Mohican in the back up. I think I develop a guy, and then I take the guy on the level 4 single hex, just because it could be crazy. But if you miss all 3 of those kills, and then Kevin gets 3 kills back, now you're getting an entire turn of 0 attacks.
yeah, okay.
So I think you do need. He's going to take the 3 attacks. I don't hate it. I just think if you don't get the kills here,
Yeah.
and then you get killed, return. It could be a huge swing.
Okay, he gets a kill.
So we have the 4th die, but yeah, it's big. Definitely want this kill.
2
It's
is
a good roll.
good. Oof.
I will say Kevin's defense dice have been a bit cold, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Now he's down a full squad on him.
Yep.
That really hurts.
I mean, he gets his turn here, so he could kill some dudes.
Yeah, that's
back,
true.
But it's not what he wants. Nathan's definitely very happy about this opening.
Yeah.
Going his way well.
Yeah, like we said, Nathan's fine trading TSA for Mohicans.
If you trade 1-to-1, it's great, and he's trading above, which is massive.
Oof.
Not what you want. Thankfully, that was his worst attack. Okay, that's a nice kill.
You got one?
Yeah, you gotta go.
That's like a blank.
No, there's a skull there.
Oh.
But Nathan got a shield. So.
Did you roll another natural 20?
No, he got a shield and an 8.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I just see another freaking 20? Some friggin' Allie Beardsley, like, well, that's a joke for the, like, one person maybe watching this who knows it. I saw Ryga was in chat, so he would get that joke. But,
there we go.
Like, nobody else.
Wait, where's that one? Oh, up there, I see. I like the thought, try and hide behind the ruin, but I don't think you can see the TSA from there. That's the issue. Yeah, this is good placement because if he gets the kill on the TSA by the 2 trees, the one on the road can't get a hidden shot. Actually, he can't. So this is the finals because it's the final round of the 3 on Viking.
If you know how the other 2 games are going, that'd be cool to tell us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, so no kills there, which is big for Kevin.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin's still not in a great spot, but...
He needs to get some kills here to be like back even, but a turn with no kills is not always good for either side.
Yeah.
So I like what Kevin's going for here. He's going to try and kill this TSA, or the Beacon on the very height. Then if he gets this initiative switch, he can push one of his TSA up to that spot, which has been really powerful for
that
Nathan.
is really powerful.
So he's trying to take that away, even though it is out of Raylan's aura. It's very, very
well,
important.
they're now...
now he's ahead by 1.
2 squads of Greeks are down, and...
Which game? Which game?
Yeah, they both have Greeks. So there's Greeks for Stingers and
Greeks for Stingers. There's 2 squads of Greeks down.
And how many Stingers?
And then 2 squads of Stingers and 2 extra Stingers. And they also lost Marcus.
Okay, so Marcus and 2. So it's 2 squads and Parmenio versus. Well, you said two full squads and 2 Stingers.
So it sounds like 3 squads and a Stinger.
Yeah. So 10 Stingers versus 8 Band and Parmenio and Isamu.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other ones, not much has died. Like 3 Greeks and 1 thing on William's side.
One cutter.
So I think right now Max is in a better spot. Max is in a pretty good. Oh no, sorry, it's not Max. It's Brian, right? Who has the Stingers, right?
Brian's got the Stinger. Yeah, Brian is up.
I'd say
now.
Brian's in a good spot. Yeah. What died? Did anything die over here?
They just are resetting order markers and about to roll for initiative. I think Nathan is thinking.
What? Nathan never thinks. What a. Yeah, no. All right, let's see here. That's a 4.
4 and a 4, a tie.
Oh man.
2 and 3. Wow.
I will say it's very, very frustrating when you roll low and your opponent... Because if you roll a 2 and your opponent rolls a 17, you're like, I don't care. If you roll a 2 and your opponent rolls a 3, you're like, I hate this.
So the really cool thing for Kevin here is he doesn't have to take that spot yet.
Yeah.
So he can just develop 3 guys. This is the rough spot where, because Nathan kept taking those attacks that he had without developing up more guys, now his attacks are kind of just bad right now.
He's going to need to hopefully get a bunch of 2v5s through or something.
Yeah, either that or he just chooses to develop up off to the other side.
Out of the range.
By the long ruin.
I actually think that might be the better call.
I mean, 2v5 is just not good.
Just because, well, and especially because you'd be getting 3v1s back, and...
Yeah, and those are really good. So this is helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they stay in Raylan's aura, they can't shoot you.
Yeah.
They have to leave Raylan's aura to shoot those weekends down at the bottom.
Yep. This is the play. You don't want. What does losing look like? It's a great Kevin Dola policy, and I think it's a good policy just in general, because losing right here looks like if you try and kill those TSA, you fail, and then they just knock you down.
Yeah.
Because like we said, Nathan needs to come out of this roughly even.
Yep.
And if Skywell's got like even three TSA left, it still feels pretty good for him.
Yeah.
Especially if they're in good developed spots. Like,
especially if they're on height, it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Hadamano is a joke because he's really bad, but his power is crazy into melee. Like, if you're both rolling the same amount of dice, it literally is like it's changing those blanks to shields, giving you a 50% chance to roll a shield. It's really good.
Yeah.
It really warps like defense rolling. So now if you're Skywell, I think I just push more TSA up. I don't think think getting aggressive here is what you need to do.
No, I agree.
Because now Nathan's attacks are a higher quality than they should be. I think you just you're slow rolling. I'm gonna take my hill.
Yeah,
entire map.
You need to basically reinforce if. Yeah. Hi, Samuel.
Hello, Sam. Who's winning?
I'd say Kevin is slightly ahead right now, but it's really even.
I was gonna.
The only reason I'd say Kevin's ahead is because he's got better positioning.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it's not quite at a point where I would say that Nathan is. I think Nathan's still in a pretty good spot, so like it's hard for me to say that Kevin is ahead.
But his board position is much.
Do you think a slightly side view would be better, like instead of a direct overhead?
Another nat 20 for concealment. It's wild.
Frick.
That was a great time for it too.
Yeah.
Keeping both of those guys more advanced is like.
Yeah.
What do you mean by more sideways?
So like the camera slightly farther down and so instead of, if it was the keyboard, instead of straight down, kind of like off to the sides, you can kind of see the depth.
It's nice
of the
for
map
definition, but it gets a little awkward when there's things behind ruins and such.
That's fair. I wonder,
we can try
honestly, if it would be worth it. Again, not this year, but if it would be worth it to try to make it so that there actually is two cameras and the commentator themselves can switch between them depending on what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, some of the best things do have like multi-camera setups, but
and we are the best, so we must also.
That's true.
I will say there's a lot about this that I really like, and I may be reaching out to you to figure out how I could make this happen for Scape Summit, because
what is the next Scape Summit?
Next year.
That's fair. What does it? How many have been so far? Was this the third one?
This would be that was the second one this year.
Oh, really? Okay, nice.
Because
do they both happen in the same month, and do you know if the next one's going to happen in the same month as well?
Probably around the same time frame. I really want to chat with Mike and figure out what ScapeCon is planning, so that I can kind of let Scape Summit people, our team, kind of know.
Mike's
like,
right there.
Yeah,
Let's bully him.
I just kind of want to be like, hey, what's the
zero.
Into it.
What happened?
0 kills for the Mexicans, which is not what he wanted. I understand why he's playing this aggressively with the TSA. I like taking the spot away from Nathan, but I think he probably should have pulled the one on the road space back.
Is that enough? If it's the back one.
I think he was attacking the back one. Then, he must have been attacking the back one, because that definitely was not enough for the close ones.
2 is pretty good. 14 is not enough.
Not quite, just barely though.
Because it's 19.
Actually, wait. That must have been from that guy on the road. That's one short. Actually, I don't know what the sequencing for the attacks were. But.
Oh wait, so.
Okay, so you're making the Dagmar play. I think this is good.
Yeah, it's kind of the
Because
play.
now he can rush this hill and try to get that one hex rock.
Yeah.
He has to do it.
Well, I mean, he's now down a full squad, and like we said, that's...
Yep.
If he gets 2 kills here, wins initiative, and...
Gets 2 more. He probably just wins.
No, I agree.
Obviously, dice are going to dice, but he gets it vastly. I think 1 kill is like great. I don't think you can expect more than that. I don't think there's lots.
Yeah. I would be surprised.
Yeah, but it's worth it for Dagmar.
Well, the thing is, if you win initiative,
That guy can ping the one that's not in either. It's not in Raylan's Arab, so it's like just a free kill basically, 3v3.
Well, it's not a free kill, but
it's a good chance.
It's good odds.
Yeah. And you can shoot from behind the ruin, so you're protected.
Oh, I guess they're saying...
he's calling a judge.
Oh, they're calling a judge to see... Okay, yeah. I personally don't think there's...
I highly doubt it.
I mean, but this is just me being like, hey, I've done a bunch of OHS. I know what how to assess thing on top downs.
I don't know what the ruling was, but I'm assuming it was a no. So we got a 2v5 here. Okay, lots of shields.
Yeah, 1 skull ain't going to do it into those, but... You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
There's no reason not to shoot him, so... Another 2v5 or nothing. Alright.
He kind of... If he loses this initiative with Dagmar, it's... I don't think it's over, but
Yeah,
it's in a bad spot.
Bad. How many... I think you have to go 2 oranges on Mohicans here.
Yeah.
You'd probably go all 3, honestly. It sucks, but like...
Yeah, I think if you yeah...
He needs some things to go right for him.
You basically, I think, have to...
He did lose initiative.
Oh my god. Wow.
2 + 8 to 14. That's rough. That is brutal.
Yeah, you could, when Nathan does this thing, you can tell he's kind of stressed. It's a little tick I've noticed of his.
Yeah. And then there's like a really small thing here. Like Kevin should move that TSA 1 spot forward onto the rock, so he's limiting.
Is that 1 or 2?
That's 2, but just so he's limiting concealment to like maximum of 18 instead of the 17 that was.
Yeah.
Right, but like he's so far ahead at this point, doesn't matter.
I mean, I will say, Brave Arrow could do a bunch of damage.
He could, yes.
I was about to type in 44 for how many dead Mohicans there are. I am curious what the... Oh, that's a natural 1.
Yep.
So he's down to a single squad of Mohicans?
I think he's down to 2.
He's down to 2 Mohicans?
Oh, no, he's got 3 left. I didn't see the 1 up there. It's covered by that overlay, but yeah. Yeah, he needs 3 kills here.
If he doesn't get 3 kills, he's in a world of pain. So funny, because I remember back when Skywheel had 9 and he had 12. That's so weird that he's lost 9 Mohicans while Kevin's lost none.
Yes. 2v1s are better than 2v4s. It was that initiative switch is what it was. Well, no, actually, he didn't even need it. It was killing 3 Mohicans in a turn. That's after no kills from Nathan. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna bug someone to give us updates on the other games, and if anyone wants to buy it. Sure. Yeah.
I'll just go look myself, actually.
Okay, sounds good. If you want to go through this way. Oh, I didn't want to risk it, but good job, Titus. You squeezed through. What are we looking at?
So looks like Matthew is actually way up with the band versus stingers. Ryan's down to like 4 stingers left. Matthew still has a bunch of band and Parmenio. William and Max, it's really, really slow. Like they might go to time, but like it's really hard to tell who's winning because William is sort of back in his start zone. But he's got all 6 of his Omnicrons left still, and there's like a decent amount of band left on the board though, so it's I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the cutters are dead, but
you kind of don't really care too much.
Yeah.
Nathan killed a TSA, but that's like
cool. We did one. I think the game is this looks like it's going to come down to the game between William and Max, because it does look like Nathan's in a rough spot here, and it looks like their Brian Muskie is in a really bad spot. So,
well, what did I do? What did I do? Did another Mohican die? So
left. He does get his second OM on them.
He's got a single Mohican left. Boy.
I think you just run up and take the 3v4 into that one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I mean. Like,
I don't think.
Nothing is gonna be better than that. I mean,
I get it. I don't like it, but I get it.
There's not a great play, so he's just trying to limit attacks on his heroes, I think. Yep.
Do you think Order Marker 3 is on Mika, or do you think it's on...
I hope it's on Mika, but I don't think it is, because he had Dagmar at the beginning of this round. Do you expect to win initiative?
Yeah, makes sense.
If it's on Mika, it's good. It's like, but if I'm Kevin here, I think I actually back up and just shoot the 1 Mohican.
Yep, I agree.
I think I take the 2 level 4 rock hexes and then pull the 1 back around the tree.
Yeah,
because you can move just directly behind and still shoot that Mohican. You just take 2 shots on the Mohican and then get back into Raylan's aura. I think this is needlessly aggressive.
I think he's trying to kill Mika and before she ever gets a turn. Well, damn.
Well, sometimes the dice just say no. Hey, you blocked that one.
Sometimes the dice say, you are not winning today. My first game against Kuzma was very much that way. Like, I was already in a pretty good matchup, and I just got insanely good dice against him.
Yep.
Oh, hey!
It's really cool.
I honestly, this is a really neat play, and yeah, Nathan is punishing him for that play.
See, this is exactly why you don't be super aggressive. And as Kevin, I don't know why he wouldn't expect the OM3 to be on the Mohicans. He might have forgotten that he won.
People forget that. People forget
that they won against Dagmar. I think that's probably what it was. I understand why he's trying to kill Mika before she gets a turn, so she can't place the shadow down. I just think it's not worth this.
I've seen so many times where people will forget what the state of the battlefield looked like at the beginning of the match, and be going off of what's currently happening rather than what was at the beginning. So
yeah. 7 TSA left.
7 TSA and it's a single Mohican.
Yep.
And the heroes,
and unfortunately Mika took 3 wounds or was it
3
2?
wounds?
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin's in a good spot here.
Yeah. Kevin getting that this is not a great hand frame here, but getting 3 wounds on Mika while she's sleeping, really good.
Definitely. Like I said, he's up enough that he can make he can make a bad play or a mistake.
Charles, can you check real quick and find out if Nathan's 3 is...
Is it 3 wounds left or 3 wounds on, Mika?
Can you check real quick with over on the streaming table? Thank you, Charles. We appreciate you.
And Nathan rolled a nat 1 for initiative.
Oof. Making up for those nat 20s on...
Yep.
Sometimes that's how it go.
Yep. Okay, so it's 3 wounds on Mika.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I realized it's kind of a dumb question with Mika to ask because she has 6 life, so she has 3 wounds on her.
She has 5 life.
Well, she's got 5
Oh,
life.
she's 5. Okay, it's not dumb.
Not dumb, yeah.
Not dumb. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I feel bad asking that, but yeah, so 3 wounds on her.
Cool. Yep. That's what we thought.
And that's...
Oh my gosh!
What? Did you
3 skulls into 3 shields.
Ooh.
So... It's because...
I think Matthew versus Brian is firmly in Matthew's favor.
Brian's got 4, when I walked away, just want to go 4 stingers against Parmenio and 2 band.
Okay, when I checked like 5 minutes ago... Well, when I checked 5 minutes ago, it was 4 stingers versus like 7 band in Parmenio.
So we're gonna go down.
I guess so.
And then... I wouldn't say it's far gone, but it's right now.
Okay.
Sort of thing, because William has like 5 cutters and a couple of snipers down, and everything's down like a squad and a half of band.
That's how much I have left?
No, he's down.
Okay, so he's lost 5 band. Okay.
I'm gonna go check that match.
I mean, I do think that Kevin's about to win here.
Yeah.
He should.
Yeah, if he loses this game...
I would be like the craziest upset of all time. Okay, Nathan whiffing with defense, lovely. So,
how many wounds is that?
1 so far that I've seen. Yeah, it looks like just 1 wound on Mr. Arrow.
Oh, is the Mohican River Tribe dead?
Yeah, and so is Mika.
Cool.
Well, he gets a initiative win here. Never mind. I thought that was okay. Back-to-back 2 skulls. Ouch, 2 wounds on Rivero. He's got 1 left. All right, they called it.
Brian.
All right, so Team Michigan took the 3-headed Hydra
That's
win.
really interesting because I definitely know at the start of this I thought Team Michigan was in a bad spot.
I thought they were too.
But
yeah, I guess cool.
This is why we play the games.
Exactly. Good matchups are not always auto wins. Yeah,
I mean,
for them.
shoot, I had Braxis and Cutters into Sacred Band, and I was against Ken, and I'm like, I'm losing this game, and then I didn't.
Yep.
But you know,
good stuff. Well, yeah. So congrats to the Michigan crew of Max Earthling, Brian Muskie, and Kevin Skywell. They pulled it out. The third game's still going, but they won to the 2 they needed. So
yep.
Way to go.
Yeah. Good for them.
Good stuff.
3 out of 16 slots taken.
Indeed.
And there will be some people trying for it tomorrow. I will not be in the championship tomorrow, but you will be.
I will be. I'm
I
very
wish you
excited.
best of luck.
I think the main event I'm the most excited to play. I love my armies for it. So it's the bring to first strike. Gonna be a fun time.
Yeah.
Not first strike, first crack.
Can you go ask Taylor if we want to just shut down the stream?
Sure.
The answer to that question, the answer to that question, Sam, is that all of his figures are dead.
Is this the part where all my friends...
Samuel Frost was like, why does it say that infected sloths, all of his units are dead? I'm like, because they are. It was really the sequence where you were up, and we really liked how it was for a while, and then it just went from you had 12 Mohicans to him having 9, and to him having 9 TSA to you having 3 Mohicans, and we were like,
yeah,
that's tough.
Well, the whole thing is like, if I get up top, I'm shooting
Yeah.
3 into 4 plus I have 2 plus stealth armor, so I can win potentially if I get up top, which I held it. But if I ever lose it, I'm shooting 2 up to 4,
Yeah, it's
and like
so rough.
I can't Mika. Like there's no really
Yeah.
and I wanted Dagmar, or not Dagmar. I wanted Loden, but he can just rain on it.
Well, when you got Dagmar and lost that initiative, because that's the thing. Like that was what really slammed the door shut for you. Because if you'd gotten that initiative,
yeah.
I think it's cool to have the post game.
Yeah.
You just said OBS in stream, and then Samuel leave all this on your Samuel's gonna mess with it.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, Kevin.
Brian, congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah.
I just couldn't fight. Like, if he ever takes up top, it's really hard for me. Like, he can fight uphill, and I can't really fight uphill. But I win if I get him down a little bit more.
Basically,
my end game is so much better.
We were saying that basically
is so much better than
basically,
Amato
yeah, Kevin, you needed to trade better than even into the Mohicans, and for a while it looked like you were trading even or worse, and then it just went to a string where you basically killed 9 dudes before with him not killing any, and then
it was uphill for him the whole
yeah,
time.
that was the key moment. The moment that slammed the door shut was
Dagmar.
the Dagmar losing while you have Dagmar, which always stings.
I think, if I got him down to 4 TSA, I think I can play that in game with just Brave Arrow.
It's definitely,
and Nika.
yeah.
Brave Arrow can really be annoying for Tagawa Samurai Archers.
4 TSA.
And there's purchase for Mika Connor.
Yeah. Well,
it is a very purchase.
I will say, once he did 3 wounds on Mika, that was also really rough.
The door was already shut, and then he kind of like...
It was like, oh, cool. Even the Hail Marys aren't going to work now.
Yeah, so it's good though.